'cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe. 'cause you know we gon' talk about.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Trey, can you hear me? I think your thing is on mute. Oh, you just took it off.
Nah. I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy Monday.
Trust me, I'm busy right now. I got my 3-year-old, so
You got your 3-year-old? Oh my goodness. But
yeah, he over here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if he'll act right for a second. I'm gonna put him on. I'm gonna turn my camera on for a split second. Hold on, real quick.
okay,
Can you see me?
okay,
Hold on.
okay,
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me turn
okay.
my camera on for a split second.
Yeah, I see him. Hey, he look just like you. Oh my goodness. You look just like your daddy. Oh my
He can't
goodness.
hear you. I got my earbuds in. He can't hear you.
Okay, got you.
So I
Is
got
he a
I got the
daddy's boy?
no, not at all.
Oh, he's a mama's boy.
Yeah, my oldest is the daddy boy. My youngest, he's the mama's boy. This is the mama's boy right here. He be
Now, do
stuck to his mama.
you which one you have full time? The oldest?
Yeah, my oldest.
Okay, okay. They asked me, did I monetize? Yes, I monetize. Thank y'all. And Blu-ray Cash App is up there. Can y'all see it? It's Blu-ray Fitness. $ Blu-ray Fitness. We're gonna bless our bro tonight because we definitely need his point of view on this live tonight. And one of the reasons is, well, first of all, let me just tell you what we're talking about tonight. The title is, should a man pay child support if he's actively in the child's life? Okay, so that's what we're talking about tonight. And I don't know if y'all remember our good bro Trey is actually a single father. Okay, now are you a single father to one of your kids or just two? I mean, both or just one?
What you mean?
Which one you take care of by yourself? Like live with you by yourself?
Oh, my oldest, he live with me, but my
Oh, okay,
youngest, my baby boy, stay with his mom. But I take care of my business. So
yeah, okay, you take care of your business. Okay, that's cool, cool, cool. Yeah, because you got him now, huh?
yeah, my stinker bug.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's admirable. Admirable. So anyway, so welcome in everybody. I did see a few guys say that they're going to pull up tonight as well, Trey. I can't remember their
For
names, but
sure.
they did say they was going to pull up because they had some opinions. So moderators, when they come in the chat, can you please let me know so I could drop the link for them as well? But yeah, so the question is, should a man, and I said man, Trey, but I want to say parent. So I'm going to change it to a parent, okay? And the reason
Yeah,
being because you are a single father and it's a lot of yous out there. You know what I'm should a parent. Should a
yeah, for
parent.
sure.
So
Yeah,
I
but
changed
every like, no, go ahead.
No, I'm changing it to should a parent because that's being biased by saying a man because like you are a active not just active, you are a primary parent for one of your kids. And I know there's a lot of fathers that has stepped up to the plate, surprisingly, and has done exactly what you have done. And that's even if she even offered. You understand what I'm saying? Because some
Yeah,
mothers may have offered and said, hey, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna need you to come get your child. You know what I'm saying? So even
uh-huh.
if she offered or she wanted or you wanted it, however it ended up, you are the primary parent to your oldest child. So first I want to ask the chat, what are they take on it before you and I get into it and start talking about it? But what
Um,
is your take?
and
Okay, go ahead.
go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna step down for a second. I'm gonna just mute my mic and then I'm gonna come right back up. Okay.
Okay, no worries, no
All
worries.
right.
I think I may even do a poll with it. Well, should I do a poll or should I just go ahead and just see what you guys say? Should a parent still pay child support if he's actively in the child's life? Okay, that is the question for tonight. If you have experience in any type of child support, okay, she said do a poll. Okay, let me do a poll. If you have experience in any type of child support case, and you want to chime in, let me know and I can drop the link, or you could just put it in the chat and just say, I'm more read my, or if you want to bless the live and put it in a super chat, that would even be better. Okay. Because we don't have a goal set for tonight. So if you want to ask the question in the super chat, you can, but let me try to put this in a poll right quick. Okay, I just launched a poll and I basically just copied and pasted the question. Should a parent still pay child support if, I said he's, but it should be if they, if they, let me change it. If they're, okay, if they are, THEY, apostrophe RE, if they're actively in the child's life. Okay, they're, meaning they are. Okay. So I just updated it on my, oh shoot, I didn't. Okay, I didn't hit save. My bad. Hold on. If they are actively in the child's life. Okay, hit save. All right, so I just updated it and said there because I don't want to be biased. All right. So I got a super chat that came in. Thank you, Dry Bob. First one, she says, yes, they still should pay child support, but you got to tell your reasons why. Thank you for that super chat. And but your answer is yes, they should still pay child support. What is your reasoning for that? And when I say actively involved, I mean like I ain't saying 50-50, but I'm saying like, you know, they will, if you say daddy, mama, I need, you know, I'm having problems with little Johnny tonight. And they say, okay, I'm coming up. I'm pulling through. I'll be at 5. And they come through and they check them. They do whatever they have to do. Even if they might pick them up and take them riding somewhere. Like they're always involved. Like you can definitely depend on them. Okay. All right. She said, I didn't make my son on my own, forever separated from my husband. He's definitely want to pay child support, but he ain't going nowhere. Oh, he's definitely want to pay child support. Also, you're, what do you mean he definitely wants to? She said, I was active duty. Ex-husband was a firefighter. Yes, he was active and paid support for our 2 children. Okay. So if he had the kids, would you pay him child support? Hey, everybody coming in the chat. Tonight's question is, and we have it on the poll. So if you want to vote on the poll, tonight's question that we're discussing is, should a parent pay child support if they're actively involved in the child's life? Damn, I put parent. Why I keep going back to man? Should a parent still pay child support if they update, y'all? Hold on. I don't know why it's not updating on my end. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not saving. Okay, it saved that time. Should a parent still pay child support if they're actively in the child's life? All right, Rita says no, because being actively does not help financially. Children are expensive. Okay. All right. Let me look at the poll. Let me see how you guys are doing over here. So right now the poll is at, I have 84 votes and 80% says yes. 20% says no. All right, let me know when you're back, Trey, so you can give your spin. And I'm gonna give my spin as well. She says, shit, my sperm have to pay child support. If he had the child, I'll have to pay child support. Both parents pay child support. Okay. So who said no? I did see a no. And I think it was Camille. She says, not at all. Being equal financially responsible and pay child support is 2 different things. Okay. So would you like to come up, Camille? Or do you just kind of want to chill from the chat? Let me know. Because you know I will drop the link for you, because you are always welcome on my channel. You are a great guest. So I'll drop the link if you want to come up and explain your no of why you don't think a parent should pay child support even if they are actively involved? She said it's a no for me. Okay, K Kim says no also. Okay, so I got a couple of no's that a parent should not have to pay child support if they are actively involved. Okay. All right. Now Kim says rent time. So are you saying, Kim, that they should pay the rent? Hi, Camille, baby. How are you? And welcome to the chat.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, girl.
Okay,
Let me just read these right quick, Camille, and then we're going to get to your note, okay? So I need
all right.
so Kim said rent time. Okay, she'll explain that in a minute. Draw Bob said yes, they still should pay child support. Rita says no, because being actively does not help financially. Children are expensive. So are you saying they should not have to pay child support? No, because being actively does not help financially. Children are still expensive. Okay. And Octavia said, my opinion, no, if they are very active in the children's life. Okay. All right. So let me just give you my answer before you speak, Camille. I actually say, I actually say, if I have to force you, meaning that if I have to ask you for anything, then yes, you have to pay child support. But if you are that parent that I don't have to ask, which I have never had that experience. You know, I have 2 baby daddies and both of them I put on both of child support because I had to ask both of them, right? But if I
I'm
did
back
not
whenever
have,
you're ready.
okay, in 1 second, Trey. If I did not have to ask, if I had the kind of child's father, right, that said, I got my child, I got him, you don't have to worry about nothing. I mean, if he going to the doctor, just let me know. If he has a school project, let me know. If buying clothes, let me know. Like, if I did not have to ask or beg, then I would not put him on child support because I wouldn't have to ask him. He would actually help out. But if I have to ask you, and I'm talking about even one time, and when I say ask, I don't mean like, okay, one of my child's father name is well, I don't care. His name is Jamie, right? So when I say ask, if I said, hey Jamie, Sherrod has a basketball practice or whatever, and he need new basketball shorts. If Jamie would have said, okay, just let me know how much you need or whatever, then I wouldn't put him on child support. But if he say, what are you asking me for? Like, why are you telling me? Go on and get it. Then yeah. And then I would put him on child support and I would never ask him again for nothing. So, but if I asked you and you actually was there because you knew your child needed money, you knew your child wasn't cheap, then I would not put you on child support. But if you say no, and like my baby daddy told me, you got a man, why are you asking me for money? Like, yeah, I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, but he definitely said that to me. My baby daddy from trifling ass Trenton, New Jersey. And he definitely told me, you got a man, why you sweating my pockets? Like, why are you asking me for money? And I said, okay, Ninja. All right, I got you. So because of that, yeah, that's why I went down that route. And then my other baby daddy, which we ended up having a good co-parenting relationship, but he tried me in the beginning because, I was married to both my kids' father, but the judge said monthly on the paperwork. It just said monthly. It didn't say the 1st. It didn't say the 5th. It didn't say the 10th. It just said monthly. So he wanted to play with me. 1 month, he'd give it to me on the 2nd. The next month, he'd give it to me on the 12th. The next month, he would give it to me on the 20th. And I said, I have bills and I'm trying to budget my bills. And I need to know when I'm going to get the money. He was like, I'm not going to tell you, it doesn't say a date. I can give it to you any day. So because he took that attitude on with me, I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to go put you on child support. And so I went in. So I didn't put him on child support. He was already on child support, but I enforced it because you can take it down there and enforce it. So when you enforced it, baby, they set a date. They set a date and then I didn't have to deal with them no more. The child support went directly to them and then came directly to me. So I didn't even have to deal with him because when you jumping around, when you a single parent, I ain't got time for you to be this month gonna be the 12th, and that was during the time when I actually needed the money. Eventually it got to a point where I didn't need the little lousy ass, the amount of money he was sending me. But it was a time when I actually did need it before I became an officer and all of that. I actually needed the money and he wanted to juggle the dates around with me and I ain't had time for that bullshit. So that's why I want to put him on child support because he was acting all stubborn and shit. So what say you, Trey?
I think every situation. Do I have an echo? Am I good?
No, you good.
Okay. I think every situation is different. I there's no one set way to approach this. I think like when we're talking about child support, we have to like really hone in on everybody's particular situation. Like me, right? When me and my ex-wife divorced, since it was, I'm gonna say it like this: if I would have had a daughter, I would have automatically sent my daughter with her mom. You know what I mean? And I would have just, did my obligations, whatever agreement with that we came up to as far as like, seeing her, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So since I had a son, when we got divorced, I was like, hey, listen, he's a boy. He needs to be raised by me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you want him, you can get him. No issues. And that's how we did it. So whenever she wanted him, anytime she wanted him, she can come get him. There wasn't any restraints, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the way we did it. But now the crazy thing is now that he's older, the crazy part is she recently took me to court. Ain't that crazy? Now I've
For
been
child
having
support, get the child back.
to get the child back and child support.
And
That's the crazy.
how long you been
I've been had him since he was 2.
and how old is he now?
He's 11. And like
What
this
the hell
came out
wrong
of
with her?
when I say this came out of nowhere, or more, I mean out of left field. Till this day, I don't even know why she did it. You know what I mean?
Did you
But
ask?
she wouldn't even communicate. She wouldn't even talk to me. But the thing is that we ended up going to court. I'm still haven't even got the final order. We still got to go back to court now. But they ended up putting her on child support because the child been with me since he was 2 years old. So she ended up getting put on child support.
So
Uh,
you get child support for your oldest now.
yeah, yeah. But I wasn't even on that because, like I said, all these years he's been with me, I just been taking care of him. I hadn't asked for a dime. I don't care if she do something or not. Just be his mom. You know what I mean? I wasn't asking for no money. And like me personally, and it's just my personal opinion. I'm not checking nobody else's pockets or knocking nobody else. I don't believe child support need to be going on bills and stuff like that. That's me though. I can't speak for nobody else. I believe that the child support should go to the child or for the child needs. You know what I'm saying? If you cannot take care of the child without the child support, then I feel like then it need that child need to go with the other parent if you don't have the resources and finance to take care of the child. So like what I'm going to receive from her, I'm just going to put it in an investment account to help his future. So when he gets older, because I already got investments accounts for him, but now that she playing games and trying to put me on, try to take him from me, put me on child support, I'm just gonna take that money and put it in a Roth IRA or put it some for it to grow for him. So once he gets older,
Now I gotta disagree with you, Trey. I gotta
no,
disagree with
that's
you.
fine. That's fine.
I absolutely don't agree with the child support should not go toward bills. And the reason why I say that is because, listen to this. If you had no kids in your house and it was just you and you
Hmm.
lived in a one bedroom apartment, right?
Hmm.
Your one bedroom apartment would be cheaper. Your lights would be cheaper. Your food would be cheaper. Your gas bill would be cheaper, right? But the
Yeah.
fact that you have a child living with you, there's more light is gonna come with it. Not a, and then
Hmm.
you're gonna have a two-bedroom instead of a one. And then your electricity gonna go up. Your food bill is gonna go up. So that's a bill. Like having a child it adds toward your bill. So to say that you don't feel that child support should go toward that bill and only go toward the child, that is a part of the child. The living expenses.
Yeah. I feel I understand that, but at the end of the day, even if you didn't have a child, you still have to keep a roof over your head. So I don't
But it wouldn't
count.
cost as much.
But what she's saying is it's double. It's
No,
double
no,
when you
no,
have a
no,
Yeah.
no,
child.
no, no. I agree, it does. But me, my rationale, the way I look at it, I don't look at it like that. Just because it went up, it's gonna get used anyway. I'm gonna have to keep a roof over my head anyway, regardless of the fact. You understand what I'm saying? So,
For-
like I said, it's to each his own. I'm not saying you're wrong. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
That's just the
Right.
way I believe it, because I've seen so many people get child support, and then the child turned 18, then the parents still can't buy them no car, like they can't do nothing for the child. You know what I'm
That ain't
saying?
an
I'm like,
that buying a car is not a necessity. Why should
no,
okay,
no, no,
did
no.
you buy you
So
a car?
no, no, they didn't. But what I'm saying is, in my opinion, I believe that as a parent, we should put our child in a better situation that we were in. So just because my dad didn't do his job doesn't mean that I don't want to do my job. And it motivated me more to do my job because my parents wasn't there for me. Cause see, like I stayed with my dad till I was in the fifth grade, and then I moved with my grandparents. Me and my brothers, we all moved with my grandfather and grandmother, and then she raised us from there. And we struggled, et cetera, et cetera. But I always told myself, I'm not. I want to put my kids in a better position that I was in. So that's why I
And you
made the
think that child
decisions.
support, but do you think child support is supposed to be a way to put them in a better position? Because child support ain't that much. I got $300. That's 3,600 a year. That
Well, it
ain't that
depends.
much money.
Everybody is different though. 'Cause I know dudes paying 1,400 a month. Like, and then like you say, when you look at the athletes and stuff like that, they paying astronomical numbers. So, excuse me. Like I say, it's to each his own. There's no right or wrong answer. You know what I mean? I, I'm just an advocate of putting our children in a better position. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like, because I know some women who they count on the child support, but the father is financially well off. So if you can't afford to get a kid to the father and let the father take care of it because he's in a better situation financially, then get your grind on and get yourself up. Because it
So
ain't
you think the more financial parent should have the child?
not necessarily. I'm not saying that because
Yeah,
just because they financially well off does not mean they understand how to nurture and meet the child needs.
exactly. They may
I
be,
used
and
to
they
be a
may be
teacher, so
unavailable.
say it again.
They may be because they're so financially stable. They may be also unavailable. They may pour more into their jobs or their career in making the money, and they may not
hundred
be as
percent.
available.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if it's a situation like that, then the parent that's available should have the child. Period. You know what I mean? Because the investment into the child should be a priority from both parents. So when you're in a situation and you split, the child should be the priority
Trey,
regardless of the fact.
your precious 3-year-old is he taking over the show? He making a
He cat.
noise.
Let
Yeah.
me let me let me bag up from him. Then he on my bed. Let me bag up from
Oh yeah, he's sounding
cat.
out.
Shh, 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 shh. But
Cash is
yeah, so
having fun.
but yeah, so I just feel like that the child should be the priority. So who's ever in the best situation, like as far as like who can be more attentive to the child, because like you said, a lot of parents, and that's how my dad was. My dad was so focused on money that he neglected us, and it hurt us. But so kids want love and attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what do you say, Camille?
Well,
I'm
see
gonna put it on
me,
mute.
I've seen things from both ends, right? So I look at my biological pops. He was that dude that you was talking about, more of the where you got another man over there, he was that guy. But
Hmm.
my daddy who raised me, he came into a situation with two boys. Now we didn't do step daddy and step brothers, and that was my daddy, and then was my brothers, right?
Hmm.
So my daddy, not only did he take care of his two boys, but he came into a situation and my mama had five of us. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I saw my dad, he was present in my brother's lives, like an active father at the school, at doctor's appointments. He didn't just do for us, but he did for them. He was present. He was there for them and he helped out financially. Whatever they mama needed, whatever she asked for, he made sure my brothers had it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then see, like with my son's father, He was more so like my biological pops. So I did end up having to put him on child support because when I got my housing, that's something that they
Mhm.
make you do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So when that happened, like them little coins, it about cost me more to cash the check than the check actually was. You know what I'm saying? So I knew myself when I got pregnant. I knew like he was a awesome boyfriend. He was an awesome boyfriend. He just sucked as a dad. So once I saw signs of that, I knew I was not going to depend on that. So it was my job to put myself in a better position. You know what I'm saying? For me and my son.
Right. Mhm.
So in terms of an active father, I think my dad. I think my dad being present, my dad being not only financially responsible. When my brothers came over to our house, they had what they needed. They mama just sent them as is. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They didn't need to bring nothing. He took care of everything when they were with us.
Okay.
So
So he
she
didn't
never
pay that.
put him, huh?
Okay, you was just about to say it. So she never put him on child
She
support.
never put him on child support. 'Cause she didn't want for nothing. My brothers
Yeah,
didn't
that and
need for nothing, and he took care. He whatever she asked for, he took them school shopping. He got them school supplies, school clothes. He was a present, active father. So when I hear active father, I think of a man that's present, not just financially, but he's there.
facts,
So
and that's
let's
how it
talk
is.
about there
And
right
that's what I
quick,
was
Trey.
gonna say. That go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, let's talk about when you say there. So there meaning every other weekend, or there meaning any day of the week.
When if my brothers got out of school and wanted to come over, my daddy went and got them. If he couldn't get them, my mama picked them up. When they got old enough, we met at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? It was I've seen healthy co-parenting. And that was my mom included. When their mom remarried, it was a family and everybody respected it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
how it is with my youngest. Like, I knew she wasn't gonna let me get him, like my ex-wife. I be like, let him
Mhm.
stay with me. All right, she ain't trying to hurt. And I already knew this, so that's a fight I'm not even gonna try to fight. But the thing is that anytime she need anything, she knows she can call me 24 hours a day. I'm pulling up. It's not even no question. So, she just like Trey, because she seen me with my oldest before I had him, because they 7 years apart and we dated for 4 years. So she already seen how I was as a father. So, she just said, hey, just whatever I need, just be there for your child. I said, come on now, you already know how I am with my oldest. So that he stay with me. That's not even a question. So it's kind of like what Camille was saying, whenever she need me, she call me, I'm pulling up. It's not even no question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've never told her no for anything. No, no
Not one
for it.
time. No,
Okay.
anything she wants, she can get. I don't care what it is. For my baby.
And
So
then when you're active like that, when you're active, right? Let's just say a situation presents itself where the mom might need something and the dad can't do it. You kind of understand that because he's so active. You don't always expect him to always have or always be able to do. So let's just say if my brother's mom, if she wanted my dad to get the boys and he had to work or something, you kind of, it is an exception to the rule. You know what I mean? Because they're so present, it's
yeah,
understandable in times where things can't happen. I always say you can't ask for $1 if somebody only got a quarter. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah,
Especially when they're present.
and I don't understand like a woman. So let's say a man is struggling financially, but he's actually a great individual. Like he can teach the kid how to mow the yard, teach him plumbing. Like he actually has a trade. He's a handyman. That father still can implement things into that child that's priceless that you can't even pay for because he's active and he's there. But if you beat him down because he does not financially well off, and then you don't let him see him because of the finances, then you'll do their child injustice because he still can add value to that particular child.
I could agree with that because I always say like when I was a little girl, I always say if you put him in a corner and you put $1 million in the corner, I'ma run to my pops But now at this age, and I know what was what, I'm going shopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, so you made a good point though. You said when you went to housing, they automatically made you put your child's father on child support, and you said it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't enough. So when it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't enough, did he say, "Okay, I'm on child support. I know this is not enough, but I want to be there and I want to make sure the child has what they need. So I'm going to give you extra." Was he that type of
He
person?
he was the type where, because his finances was kind of shaky, you know, he was early 20s, so his
Okay.
finances was kind of shaky. But what he couldn't do financially, he was present. So it's like I couldn't complain
Did he
because like
continue
that's
to be
what
present the entire time?
not it was up and down. It was up and down. But it got to a point where I completely removed myself because you know my son is 22 now. So
Right.
I completely removed myself from their relationship and allowed them to do whatever it was gonna be on their own.
So, okay, thank you for that. Trey, K Kim said, "Do you believe your son should be raised with the father?" So, do
They
you
all
believe
been
son,
they all been raised with their father.
not your son particularly, but
Oh,
son?
100%. If he's a good productive man, because like let me say this, like some parents like I've seen toxic men and women, because I say I used to be a school teacher, so I was in the school system. I done seen the bad on both sides. I done seen some terrible mothers, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is that I believe that, but to answer the question, as long as he's a positive productive father, 100%, because like you say, some people can, some people can teach your kids the wrong things, and you don't want that. So as long as he's a positive, productive man, 100%.
Okay. So, um, okay. So, let me ask you something. Do you think that time and finance are equal? Financial
No,
needs,
hell no,
time.
because you can't even compare finance to time. Because one thing about time is you can't get time back. You can get some more money. Money can fluctuate. It can go up and down. Just like you said, more at one point in time you needed it. Then now you're in a better situation. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
you can't get time back. You can't pay for time.
Now, one thing my kid father told me, not the first one, not that thing, but the second one, he thanked me after my daughter had already graduated. Actually, I think she was in college when he thanked me, and he said, "You could have went up on child support, but you never did." And I never did. I never did. I literally, you know how to child support, when you get them in the system, they send you out periodically little letters giving you, telling you that, you can qualify for an increase, and but you got to fill out the paperwork and this, that, and the other. And I never did. I never went in for an increase because, like how I was just saying, in the beginning I needed, but then I became an officer and I ended up doing well for myself. And I didn't need it was only $300, but I was like, I don't really need that. You know what I'm saying? And so I still received it, but I didn't do an increase. And by the time she turned a certain age, I literally gave that to her for an allowance. Like her child support became her allowance. Okay.
See, and that's what I was talking about right there. See when you give the child support and then let the child spend some of the money, put the money in investment accounts, in a retirement account, something that's going to benefit them. That's what I advocate for. You
That's
know
what
what I
I
mean?
did too. I did that too. I did that
But
for
hold
But you
my
was a
on,
son.
teenager though.
let me address a comment. So, and
Okay.
see
Okay.
that this the type of thinking that I don't like, and it's just me being personal.
No,
No
let me
shade to
know
the.
which one so I can bring it up. Tell me the name.
I would never let a man raise my child. It's not your child.
Well,
You
where's
didn't
the
lay
name?
that.
You gotta tell me. Oh, right here.
It's
I got
K
it.
K N O R I
Neurox.
A X.
Okay. Neurox. Okay.
It's not your child.
Neurox.
It's y'all child. Y'all made that child together. You cannot sit up and say my child. It's not your child. Y'all made that child. If
That is
that man,
true.
if that man would have never planted that seed, you wouldn't have a child. So how is it yours? It's y'all child. And that's the type of thinking in our community that's messing up the family structure. That's why we don't have community anymore.
Well, she said you sure damn right.
Yeah, I definitely I agree with that. I agree with that because I never looked at when I gave birth, I never how am I trying to say? I was never like super possessive over Jermaine. You know what I'm saying? It was our child.
And watch this, and you don't want to pull up the numbers of single mothers raising kids. Like I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just keeping it real because we can look at the stats and make this a part two one day this week, and I'll show you the stats where over 80% of men in prison were raised by their mothers. That's a fact.
Mm. Well, okay, I got to push back on you, not on what you just said, but on something that you said earlier. So you said you don't think that the child support should be paid on the rent, this, that, and the other. So do you know by law what the child support mission or their goal is? Like by law, like the
No,
law
no,
for
no,
child.
no, no, I don't.
So let me just tell you. So the child support is to cover down on um a stable housing, food, clothing, school supplies, utilities, healthcare, and a safe environment.
Because that
Gotcha.
That's by
benefits the
law.
child. That
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah, for
benefits the
sure.
child. It's
No,
still every
I got you. I'm rocking with
Mhm.
all that. Everything that she just communicated based on the by law. But what I'm saying is that, like I said, it's a case by case situation because I've seen men that were financially well off that had the time, and the woman still wouldn't give the man the child because she was worried about the child support.
You know what? I agree with you, and I do. Okay, so let me just say this. I do know some women that will not give the man the child because they need and depend on the child support. So I have a friend. Now her baby daddy was a doctor. And so the child support was a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I do remember her saying, like, girl, I gotta do something. I gotta get myself together or whatever, because the child support is gonna stop in 2 years. Like she literally depended on the child support. But the child support was like $3,000-$4,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't no $300 a month, $300 ain't doing shit. You understand? You ain't changing no lives. Okay. Now, $3,000 or $4,000 a month, then yeah, you shaking something. You changing, I ain't gonna say you changing lives, but it's helping a lot versus $300 a month. I'm not saying 300 is not helping, but it ain't helping much. But
Yeah, yeah,
3,000,
yeah.
you could pay a significant amount of your bills with that.
Yeah,
However,
but
she did.
but Amora, you gotta think about a woman like that. She's letting the child support finance her lifestyle. That's what I have an issue with.
Right, and I don't think it's fair that women get that comfortable with that. I don't think that's smart. I just because at some point that baby gonna turn 18, and then what you gonna do?
Now you're right, and I agree with you. And she did. And guess what? She had to go back to work. She was
Yeah,
57 years old, re-entering the workforce
ain't no
because
way.
she didn't work. She didn't work. And so she did say, she's like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to do something because the child support is gonna stop. And you know what? The father did want the boys, and she says no. She did not want to give up the boys simply because she was getting a big fat check. So I
Because
understand what you.
some mothers use children as pawns. It's for financial gain, and I can't respect that.
Yeah, I get you, and I understand that. I
Yeah,
understand that.
that is actually my main issue with the child support. Like you say, if there's a woman that truly needs it and she's doing everything, right by the children, etc., and she needs an extra to put on the bills, that's cool. But when you talking about, hey, I want to live in a house because I'm depending on this child support money to come in to finance where I stay, that's where I have a problem with.
Okay. So K Kim says, so should a man continue to pay child support after they turn 18 and the child still lives at home with one of the parents? Um, I say yes because I say yes. However, like I said, I was giving the child support to my daughter anyway. So it just continued to go to her,
Right?
you know?
Yeah.
At 18, I'm not 18. Now if they continue to now if they go to college and they continue to go through college, okay, I can rock with that. But you 18, you sitting at home, you're not doing nothing, hell no.
No, I mean 18 doesn't necessarily mean they done with school. That's one. And 18, they can be take a year off and still, you know what I'm saying? At 18, take a year off and then go to college, right? Even though my kids went straight to college. But if some people take off for a year. So if they want to work for a year and now they're 19 and they entering college, you're saying that you don't think that the kids should still get financial support while they still staying with mom?
Financial support and child support, two different things. You need financial support, whatever you need, I'll beat up financially. You don't have to get child support to get financial support.
So or when you say child support, you just mean just straight to the mother.
Yes.
Because child support is usually, typically, stereotypically court ordered.
Well, I think the child costs more at 18 and 19, to be honest with you. But
They
not only
do.
that, they do.
Yeah,
And
yeah, they do. They
and I
cost you
don't
more now. Shit, the way I do it. Because see, I'm the type of person, if I send you pictures of my kids, the same energy I have for myself, the way I dress, the way I keep myself up, that's the same energy I have for my kids. So I'm not one of them parents that I'm gonna have all the fly stuff. My parents don't have nothing. I mean, my kids don't have nothing. So I'm pretty expensive with my lifestyle. So I give my kids the same energy.
so you it sounds to me, Trey, it sounds to me that you think child support is used toward the woman.
That's what most women that I know do.
I disagree. I
No, I said that
disagree.
I know women that I've seen. I can't speak for you. I'm saying the women that I've seen, they use it more for other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've
Like
seen
it
it as
ain't.
well.
It's not solely for child. I mean, like now if you gonna count food, grocery stuff like that, okay, I'm rocking with all that. Cool, because you gotta eat. Kids be turning the house up. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said, my only issue with child support is people who are depending on it to live. That's my issue. If you if you still working and you paying your bills, you taking everything, and you got the extra for the kids because you need extra money to feed them, whatever going to be a cool. But I'm talking about the people that depend on it just for shelter alone. That's my issue.
Mm,
As in, like
yeah.
if I go in my son room, like I got all these Versace robes, right? He got one. You know what I'm saying? Like I give my kids the same energy, and ain't no child support check gonna buy that because I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I buy everything with my own money. So like I say, some people, like I said, my ex-wife, I ain't never asked her for a dime. My son, 11 years old, she can't ever tell you she ever gave me a penny. That's on my life. She never gave me
So
a
do
penny.
mhm. So do you feel like well, let me read this question right here, and not question, but it's a statement. It says, "Amora, my ex-father, I think that's what you mean, asked me to adopt my daughter. He was sick with colon cancer. Being he was a doctor and also a doctor in the army, he said that she would gain more being he was in the army for 30 years." Okay, so are you saying your ex-father, or are you saying your ex, like your kid's father,
Well,
asked
that's
to adopt?
I think she's talking about her ex, but I think that's a smart move if
Me
he's
too.
if he's in a situation where he's about to pass and he say, "Hey, I got all the assets, I accumulate all this stuff. Hey, let me,
And it's, yeah.
let your daughter benefit for this." I don't have an issue with that.
Let me tell you something. I agree 100%. I actually was thinking, I was thinking, because like the army, if you adopt your grandkids, right, or any kid actually, and you have them, I think you need to have them for at least 3 to 4 years before they can receive benefits, right? So, like for instance, Jay and I have a hell of a lot of benefits. Like we could put 20 kids through school, you know what I'm saying, and care for them in a good way. So I literally wanted to, before my grandkids reach a certain age, adopt a couple of them just so they can go to school for free. I literally want that for them, but I don't know if they mama gonna let me. I mean, I never even ran it by them, but it has crossed my mind that I want to pass down our great ass benefits to our grandkids. Now, again, I don't know if they will allow us to do it, but I would love for them to have that go to school. They can go to college for free, baby, at least, and get a bachelor's. But I definitely have thought about that. I ain't even gonna lie. And I also thought about adopting kids just so they can get my benefits. Seriously, just so they can get the benefits. But I ain't trying to be bogged down because I'm gonna need somebody to come get them when I don't want to be bothered. But I really think that the benefits is so great that I would love to just pass them out. Like, you get a benefit, you get a benefit, you get it, because they're so good, And because our kids got the benefits, and look at them, they did well. So I just think that the military benefits are excellent. So thank you for sharing that, Jen Hen. I think you got a great ex if you want to adopt your kids for that reason, Our big sis Glenn said, once my son entered college, his dad was still paying child support because he was still paying arrears. My son got the money. Oh, and I didn't need it. Okay, so you gave your son the money. Yes. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I did some statistics or whatever. So it was funny that you said what you said as far as you saying that you don't think that the child support should go toward their housing and things like that. It should go toward directly for the child. And then I just read off what it says that the child support is actually for, and it also says that finance does not equal time. It says time is not a substitute for money, and money is not a substitute for time. Courts treat them as two separate responsibilities. Okay. So the courts, if you do go through the courts, anybody go through the court they don't care if you are with your child 90% of the time. They do not look at time and financial support the same. So they will still, even if it's pennies, they will still give you a percentage that you have to pay.
Because it's two different things.
Yeah, it's two different things. So, and now I'm going to tell you some things that I did not know. Okay. So these are different states, but a few of the states, it said the minimum support for one child is 15% of your net resources. Then when you have two by the same guy, it's 20%. And then it goes up 5% after that. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So with 5 kids, it is 35% of your income. So it said in the state of Texas, a non-custodial parent whose monthly resources are $1,000 or less, always if $1,000 or less, all if it's $1,000 or less, my bad. It says $1,000 or less, or have low income, then each child, because 15% ain't that much. Is it? So anyway, your net resources will be 15 with 1, 20 with 2, 25, 30, and 35 with 5 children. Okay. So she said the amount of money you get by how much you pay. Yeah. So it is a percentage of your income. And I do believe that they take both incomes, right? And then, actually, I don't know how they do it, but I do believe that they do take both incomes. It's some type of formula where they take both incomes. Okay, here it goes right here. It says the income model is they combine incomes of both parents, and the child support obligation is appointed based on each parent's income. A percentage of the non-custodial parent income is applied. Typically, only half of states use this. Oh, only half of the states use this. It says a variant of income shares that specifically ensure each parent retains enough to live off on. Okay, so they need you to be self-supported reserve, and each child shares in higher parental income. Only a few states use this. It says a lot of states don't even use the whole thing. It says federal law under Office of Child Support Enforcement requires every state to have guidelines that are presumptively correct and to review them at least every 4 years. So every 4 years, each state have to basically review their child support laws. Okay. States also must consider the paying parent ability to support themselves. Okay. Especially for low income parent. So I guess they find out how much your bills are. I don't know how they do that, but anyway, some of the child support that the judges set is absolutely ridiculously low. Now, some of them may be high, but some of them is ridiculously low because I felt like my child support was low at the time I got it, but I didn't fight it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't want to have to fight. But I think these days child support is higher because daycare is higher and
Yeah.
cost of living is higher.
Cause like I said, when we went, when we went to, so like when I had got my, when I had got served, you know, I had my, you know, I'm a black man, so I'm like, man, I ain't going to no court without no lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So I went and retained a lawyer, and I say, what does this paper say? He was like, she trying to take him from you. I'm saying, take him from me. He been with me since he was 2. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, she tried to put me on child. I said, how's she gonna put me on child support? She ain't ever helped me a day since he, you know what I mean? He been with me.
Sound
You know
like
what I
it's a
mean?
motive. Sound like she got a motive for wanting the child to me.
Well, the thing, what I do know is, like I said, once I had another child, she got upset about that. And then after that, she got a boyfriend. So I don't know if the boyfriend put up to it, but I just know once I had my second child, my youngest, that, and she got a boyfriend, everything changed. Like me and her whole co-parent relationship changed everything. Like now we don't even talk.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, some of these boyfriends, they do be wanting you to get that child support. They do. You know, now I'm gonna knock on some wood because that definitely was not my Jay. My Jay actually told me to drop the child support, and I told him hell no. But
But
some
like I
men do.
said, she
Mhm.
took me to court and she ended up on child support.
Well, that's it backfired on her then.
And see, that's how my husband. That's how my husband was too. More when he came around, I didn't. It was like not even a question of let me call his dad and see. It wasn't none of that. He was like, I got it.
So Chocolate Mess says nowadays a lot of these baby daddies don't want to do anything because they are mad because they can't control the baby mama no more. I'm gonna agree with her because I do believe that some of these baby daddies out here do be mad. What I don't understand is there are more men that don't want to pay child support or give the mama any type of financial resources at all, and some of them want the mama to take care of the child majority of the time.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you, Amara. It's a lot of variables in that because I know men and I know they gotta take responsibility. So I'm not gonna sit up here and take up for the men in this regard. I'm just gonna make a statement and keep it in context. Like I've
Okay.
seen because I've been through it myself. Like I've been, hey, we messing around, we doing what we do, but I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
have no kid. And she say, "Oh, I'm on the shot. I'm taking my birth control. Woo 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 that." Then boom, she ended up pregnant. He ain't want it. Like he told you, hey. And reason I say that he's still responsible. So I'm not. So please don't take me out of
Mm-hmm.
context. He is still
Mm-hmm.
responsible. But what I'm saying is that you know when you dealing with somebody and you get so comfortable and you trusting their word to be like, hey, I don't want no kids now. I don't want no more kids. And they tell you, nah, we good because I'm on the shot or I'm taking the pill, woo woo. So we thinking we good. And then the whole time I'm getting finesse. And then she tricked me. Now she pregnant. I told you I didn't want the baby. And now the dude dip off because he told you in the beginning he didn't want no baby. It's not right, but it does happen though. So I'm not
And
saying he
for
right,
real
but
though,
it does happen.
you gotta think about that too because no form of birth control is 100%.
Yeah, but see, but watch
Exactly.
this, Camille. See, men don't think like that though. You
And
know,
that's
I'm
your
not gonna
fault.
say now. Listen, I
That's
agree.
your fault that you
First of
don't
all,
think like that.
like I I'm just saying when I was younger. I'm not saying now. Now that I'm older, I know better. But when I was younger,
Okay.
when you 21, 22, and a girl tell you that, you ain't thinking like that.
No, I can't. I don't agree with you. Hell no, we ain't about to push this on the female. And the reason why I say that is
No,
because
that's not.
you
No, that's
grow.
not what I'm doing, Amore. That's not what I'm
I
doing.
don't care
I'm
if
telling you,
she's 18 and you 18. Both of y'all are both 18, and it's both of y'all responsibility. Every time you take your weed whacker out and stick your weed whacker into somebody else,
I
then it
agree.
is both of y'all. Y'all know what you're doing.
No,
You
no,
both laying
Amore.
down
I already
and
said that.
she moaning,
I
she
said,
moaning. And if a
Camille, didn't
baby
I
comes
set my
out,
premise with
it's
that
y'all
point?
Yeah.
Amore, stop that. Because I said my premise with that point. But what I'm trying, it's not an excuse because we're older. But Amore, you cannot
Mhm.
tell me when you go back in your mind frame when you were 20, 21, I'm not saying you was in the streets. I was in the streets. I was for the streets.
No, I was not
So
in the street. I've never been in the
okay,
streets.
so what I'm saying is that when a girl told me she was on birth control back then, my mind said, well, she couldn't get pregnant.
Yeah,
Well,
because that's
well,
the
mama
you know
taught
what,
me better than
when you're taught about birth control, you're taught that birth control is to prevent pregnancy. But
Exactly.
when you get older, you do realize, because like literally nothing. I remember being younger taught that the only form of protection to not get pregnant was abstinence. I was taught that. But I do know what you're saying, because when you hear about birth control at that young age, you're taught that birth control is to prevent pregnancy.
And you got to think about it, you talking to a man that didn't have a child till he was 33, 34. I had my first child at 33, 34. So I
Right.
I think I know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, and I was married with my first child. That was my goal. Make sure I'm married when I had my first child. You know what I'm saying? I wanted all my kids when I was married, but hey, my second one, it didn't work out like that. We was together 4 years though. But my thing is that it's always both responsibility at the end of the day. So I'm just saying though, but we just got to be transparent and go back into your younger mind when you was out here doing your thing. We thought that when they said birth control, when you got the little thing in your arm or wherever they put it at, from IUD or whatever you call that mess, a man's thought process is that you can't get pregnant, even though sometimes you still can.
a failure of your mother. She should have told you
My
that you
mom,
could.
see, look, my mama didn't remember. My mama wasn't there. My mama and my
Oh,
daddy.
my bad then, because that's she
And,
should have told you. So
and,
I
and my
will say this. Let me ask this question right quick, Trey. If okay, not saying that you even went through this, but I'm just saying if you did, if you told the girl you didn't want to have the baby, and let's just say you think she tricked you. Let's just say that, right? But I don't fall for that trick you bullshit. But let's just say you think she tricked you. Once the baby get here, would you tell the baby that the child was stolen from you? I mean, that she was, your mother, her mother stole her from you because you never wanted to have a kid. Would you tell your child that ever in their life?
Wait, somebody that I got tricked?
Yeah, that you did not want to have a child, and
Nah, I
and
wouldn't.
you
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Nah, it's
Yeah,
too
that's
late. Like,
crazy.
how
That's
you gonna go?
crazy.
How you gonna go back and say you don't want one and I'm looking at you?
Because at the end of the day, too, you got to think
It's
about it. Whether the child was planned or not, the child came about because of decisions that two adults made, and that has nothing to do with the child.
right. Let me read this right quick. Thank you so much, Chocolate Mesh. She says, my baby daddy broke a bond he'll never be able to fix. He stopped coming to see his boys because he was mad that I moved on. Now that I got a master electrician and one about to go into the Marines, God did his thing. Okay, all right, all right. I hear you, baby. That's what's up, Chocolate Mesh. That's what's up. Thank you so much for that. And hey, you guys, can we please bless our co-host? Y'all know he comes on every Monday.
Look at the
His
baby.
He's so cute. The Cash App is Blue Ray Fitness. Did I spell it right, Trey? Blue
yes, ma'am.
Ray Fitness. If you guys will bless him for coming on and giving us his expertise, even though we don't agree with the shit. But at least, oh, excuse me, little man. I don't know that you heard me. Can you hear me? You got me still in your ear?
Yeah, you're in my ear, but I'll be muting the phone until I talk.
Okay, good. I'm so glad he didn't hear me. So, but yeah, I love you, Trey, but I ain't agreeing with nothing you saying tonight. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing, but on some of that stuff you saying, you talk foolish. But
As far as what, like, be more detailed. So
I think
which part? Go ahead.
well, one about I think I'm still stuck on you don't think the child support should go toward the rent, the lights, the cable, the phone, the gas, the clothes, that part. You got me on that one right there. And then the next one, you trying to put it all on the woman, and it ain't all the woman's fault, baby. I know you saying when you
Camille,
was
is
young.
that what I did? Hold on. Ask Camille because she gonna be unbiased. Did I do that?
No, no, you did not. He said,
All right, my
okay,
bad.
so look, I'm with you, Amora, about the where the child support goes. Okay, I'm with you with that. But
Okay.
but what he's saying about the birth control, his younger mind. Not
Mm-hmm.
where he is now. He's saying with in his younger mind, because you're told that birth control is to prevent pregnancy. So if a girl tells him, "Oh, I'm on birth control," his younger mind is saying, "Oh, well, she can't get pregnant." I mean,
So,
STDs is
okay.
out here, but she can't get pregnant.
Okay, let me ask you this. You got two boys, right, Trey?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what will you teach your two boys based on what you have learned over the years
To to
about
to to. Oh, go ahead.
no, about preventing pregnancy and things of that such?
Well, I'm a preach the standard, and that's the way to marriage because that's what I was taught, and I didn't wait to have intercourse before I was married, but I didn't have my first child until I was married. So that's gonna always be the standard, whether they don't meet it or not. And it's just my obligation to teach them to protect themselves because there's too many people out here giving away stuff. And I can see you different videos more that'll mess your head up with the HIV rate and STD rate and all this nonsense. So it's gonna be always protect yourself at all times, sir. Regardless, I don't care how long you've been with her, I don't care how it feel. Protect yourself because a lot of times, if we being transparent, and I want to see all these women in the comments lie. You could be in a relationship after a few months. If you pull out a hat, the woman gonna get mad. Am I lying?
Pull out a what?
Protection.
After being with me for a couple of months, or you've been doing
Hold
it?
on. See, you've been married, so I'm talking about people that's out here still on the scene. I'm
I mean,
telling
if
you,
you started with
and
me
I
like
know these
that,
women
then
in this
I'd be
watch this
okay.
Amora. These women in this chat finna lie, and I know they're gonna act like they holier than thou. But as a man that was for the streets, that I done been around the corner, that corner, and them some more corners. I'm telling you, if you rocking with a woman and y'all been messing around for some months, and once y'all cross that threshold of not using protection, and you pull it out, you cheating. Or they gonna have a problem with it, or they gonna say it breaks me out. I'm telling you from experience, and they can sit up here and lie all they want. But after they don't be want to use no protection after you've been hitting them for a little while. That's a fact.
Well, I mean, if you already hitting them raw, and all of a sudden now you want to cap up, because for what?
Why I can't?
No, dog, you cheating.
See, look at that. Come here, you see that?
You
You
cheating.
hear that?
You cheating.
That's
You cheating.
crazy.
Something ain't right. You doing something. You sneaky. What the heck?
Boy, I
You ain't
tell
start
you, boy,
off
y'all
like that.
something else.
You didn't
Hold
start
on,
off like that. Now, if
hold
you
on. I'm
started
finna get.
off like
Hold on.
that,
Hold on, because I'm still gonna talk in code. Plus, he don't understand nothing I'm saying anyway. I'm finna get him out my lap. I'm finna talk about some stuff. I'm finna hold y'all accountable.
okay, but I want to read this and while you do that. So J. Lou actually agrees with you, Trey. She said, I think it is the woman's responsibility for getting pregnant. It sucks, it's not fair, but we are responsible for taking that birth control. I disagree. I disagree. And the reason why I say that, I'm not saying you're not responsible for taking the birth control, but birth control is not 100% pregnant free.
All right, watch
Okay?
this, Amora. I'm cutting you off. Here. I am. Let's get this. Let me ask you a question. At the end of the day, if a woman does not want to get pregnant, can she prevent it? Yes or no?
Not all the way, not all the time, no. Yeah, she could
Camille.
prevent it by
If
not
she,
having sex with you.
Yeah. If she don't want to
Just
get
say,
pregnant,
no,
she
you
ain't gotta
ain't
have.
getting
Yeah.
none.
Thank you. No, we ain't talking about no abstinence, Amora. Don't do that. See, Camille keeping it real. Camille, am I not lying?
You want to know something, y'all? I was. Wait,
Answer my
what he
question
say?
first, Camille. Keep it
No,
gangster.
no. You're not lying. I'm gonna tell you something that I learned. I'm gonna tell you something that I learned. I was raised around a lot of men. I can't help.
No, you got the floor. You got the floor.
No, I was raised around a lot of men. And you know how like it's like the double standard, like if a woman sleeps around versus a man sleeping around, there's a double standard there. But I was always taught that one of my uncles told me this, that it's a lock and key theory. And he said that if a woman No, if a man is the key and a woman is the lock, right? And you have a lock, no, you have a key that can open many locks. That's considered a master key. But if you have a lock that can be opened by many keys, it's just a shitty lock. So it's just like a double standard. So when it comes to a woman getting pregnant, if she is responsible, if she's having sex, if she allows the sex to happen, because the sex it can't be allowed if she doesn't allow it.
Thank
Okay,
you,
that goes.
Camille. Thank you.
Of course, not having sex, you're not gonna get pregnant. I get that. But I'm looking at if you do have sex, I just think that it is both of y'all responsibility to for protection. I mean, a condom can break, pills can fail, the IED can fail, or the IUD or whatever you call it, it can fail. So there, I don't think there's 100% outside of abstinence is 100% pregnant proof.
Right.
Baby
So
proof.
it's like
I
going
agree. It's
into it. Go
I was
ahead. Go
gonna say
ahead.
I agree. I was just gonna say I agree. It's both of their responsibility, hands down. But you got to look at the double standards, right? Because watch this, Amora. A woman can get pregnant if the man say, "Hey, I want that child," and that woman says no. It's nothing the man could do. I done seen it with my own eyes. I done seen women say, "Nope, I'm not having this baby," and the man wanted the baby. But then, if the woman, I mean, if the man don't want the baby, and then the woman wants the baby, then he's
It's my body,
obligated
my
still
choice.
to take care of it. My body more. Thank you,
Mhm.
Camille. Like,
My
like, like, we
husband
gotta
say that
call a
all the
spade a spade.
time. hmm
Well,
My husband say
I
that all
do.
the time.
I think there's a law now that you can't do that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think
Well,
there is
no,
a. Let me look. I do believe that there is a law that says that. Right. Well, matter of fact, you can't just have an abortion no more. It's against the law to have an abortion. You
Right,
can go to
right,
jail.
right, right.
So you can't. The woman can't just. What's she gonna do? Go in a shade tree hotel?
now they have to go to another state. So let me ask you, and I'm glad you brought that up. So how do you feel about that though? Right? If a woman gets pregnant and the man wants the child, but the woman doesn't want the child, versus when the woman doesn't want the child. I mean, the woman doesn't want the child, but the man wants the child. How do both of y'all feel about that, and how does the chat feel about that? Because
Are
y'all,
you
I
married
know
or are you just boyfriend and girlfriend?
boyfriend and girlfriend, because that's when it happens most of the time anyway. It's not most of the time when they're married. It's most of
hmm
the time when they're boyfriend and
hmm
girlfriend. If we're gonna be honest about it, but I'm just talking about how double standard when it comes to that.
I
Y'all
don't
seen
think
that?
that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I don't. I honestly do not, because if a man wants the child, if the man wants the child and the woman doesn't, it is what it is. He's just the baby is gone if she can do that. But if the woman wants the child
It's
and the
her
man
body.
doesn't, he's responsible for the child. He doesn't have a say, and he has to be responsible for that child. I don't think that's fair.
But he ain't got to carry the baby. He ain't got to gain the weight. He ain't got to have a
Uh,
hurt back,
But that
wide
goes back.
nose.
That goes
friend,
back
listen,
to the
Amor, you
responsibility.
my friend. I love you to death, but you can't. You gotta call it across the board.
I do believe that there should be something in place for that. I do believe maybe that they should, because if you do lay down with a person and both of y'all are responsible, because I do believe that you guys are responsible for the baby. I do believe that there should be something that says that uh, I, you
Because
know
is it so far fetched that if a man says, okay, so if the woman gets pregnant and she doesn't want the baby, and the man say, but I want my child, and is it fair to say, is it so far fetched to say that the woman should still have the baby, give the baby to the man, and then the woman pays child support? Because ultimately that's what's happening to the men.
Come
I
on,
think that
let's go,
I,
Camille. She preaching.
I do. I think that it is unfair if the man wants the baby and the woman doesn't want the baby. Okay, but I also think that if you are two responsible adults and you lay down and you create a life, I actually think that you should, not. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I do believe in freedom of choice, but at the same time, I think that if you grown enough to create the baby, then you should have the baby.
So watch this, Amora. Just like you said, you don't
Unless it's
have to
in
get.
some type of violent attack, like
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
yeah. We
Yeah,
ain't talking about
yeah.
that. We're not talking about the
okay,
scum of the earth. We don't never deal with that type of nonsense. We ain't
okay,
talking about
okay,
that. Let's leave
okay,
that out because that's not even 1%. Let's keep it real. Look at the stats. That's
okay,
not even 1%. So that's not. And
okay.
I hate when women. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying because a lot of times the women want to default to the whole grape situation, and that's not even 1% of abortion. So let's just keep it real. No, 99% of abortions are women misusing their vagina.
Wait a minute, what?
You heard what I said?
He said bad coochie management.
There you
So
go.
you so you saying 99% of the abortion is because they really weren't thinking about it and they got pregnant by a dude that they didn't want to have a baby by.
Well, I'm not even gonna say they didn't want to have a baby, but it was just that they were doing something that they know gets them pregnant, and they decide they didn't want it. That's how most women get pregnant.
Mhm.
Okay, let's take Cardi B. Cardi B out of her own mouth. Go look at the Gayle King interview. She said, I was having fun. That's how she got pregnant. Matter of fact, she actually said I was having too
Having too
much fun.
much fun.
She didn't get pregnant because she loved Stephon Diggs. She got pregnant because she was trying to get a lick back from her husband and ended up pregnant because she said she was having too much fun. That's trash behavior. But you know what? You see all women, I'm happy for Cardi B. She's living. Man, that nigga worse than Offset.
But you know what? With that situation, I think women are just happy that she moved on from what she was in. Cause me personally, I
Hold on,
wouldn't
hold
have.
on, hold on, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. But listen, all right, for all y'all running y'all mouth, hold on. Amora, drop the link, and I guarantee you can't none of y'all in these comments that said I'm lying come up here, and I'm gonna tell Amora go find a Gayle King interview, and I guarantee you will hear Cardi B say. And matter of
I heard
fact,
it.
Camille just validated my whole statement,
I
and she
heard
said
it.
I was having too much fun. So what am I lying about? What am I making up? Y'all
I
playing
don't
too
think
much.
they're saying you lying. They just said that they don't agree with it. I don't think
No,
nobody
no,
say
no,
you
no,
lying.
no. I see lies. He is making this up. It's right there in the chat, Amora.
I think about something different. I think she said that about something different. She says, I don't
What's the
believe in
context to
abortion.
it? Well, tell her hit the link. I'm with
She
I'm
said,
with
stay
all the
out of rich people's business. You all are
nobody trying to hear
progressive.
that.
They don't know the
Ain't nobody
flavor.
trying to hear that. They human beings. Ain't no such thing. No, because they can go broke tomorrow.
But you
Susie
know
said, you
what?
can't use Cardi B. He's not a role model.
I can only speak for myself, right? I can only speak for myself, right?
They said, get off of Cardi. Cardi don't speak for all women.
No, she
That's
does
no.
not.
Hold on. I did not say she spoke for all women. Don't gaslight me. My context was this. I
Okay, I see.
said that people remember, we were talking about the reasons that people have abortions. I said 99% of women get pregnant because, and then my girl Camille came and gave me the alley-oop. She said mismanagement of the, and that's what exactly is. So what I did was I just used Cardi B because she literally
She
said
said she
out of
had
her
too much
mouth
fun.
how
Yeah,
she got pregnant. Like,
yeah.
y'all in the chat, are y'all listening?
So okay. So keeping the kingdom first said, was the man having fun? She was
he
throwing it
was
back in the circle. Was he catching it?
he was definitely having fun.
One for the road said, your statistics are false. Okay.
Statistic.
Your volume went down.
What statistic?
Which
About the
statistic?
mismanagement, the coochie mismanagement, the 99% of mismanaged vagina.
If I'm being
Yes,
so since
what statistic
I
comes
was
from
actually trying to be funny, but since you want to be technical, it's actually only 3% of women have abortions because somebody took advantage of them. It's actually 97% is not because of other reasons. I was really being funny, but think about this, right? Let's be real. The average person that's married not getting one, right? So if the average married not person not getting it, having an abortion in the constitution of a marriage, then that means most of the people are not married. What are they doing? 9 times out of doing, they're having lustful experiences. And at the end of the day, if that man is not trying to lock you down, why you even giving it up in the first place? If you want to get technical, stop playing.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
going there tonight.
we just be wanting a little, like a little scratch. We just be wanting a little scratch.
Look at you. Look at you.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. When I got pregnant,
Oh,
I wasn't thinking about getting pregnant.
you just looking for a little scratch. Hi,
Nah.
Marlena. Welcome to the panel, love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. I know you got some questions for Trey.
Well, okay. So, Trey, I guess my question is how can you not hold the man responsible?
Marlena, I already
I'm
held
gonna
the
put it on
man
mute and let y'all
responsible.
talk about that. Let me put it on mute. Okay.
Marlena, I already held the man responsible.
To a point.
No, he's responsible. Any place he places his man, he's responsible for that. The issue is this, Marlena, and we just got to be transparent.
Okay.
Is the fact that women control the access. That's just the fact. And
Access
if
to
y'all
what?
don't, and if y'all to your body,
That's a fact.
That's fair. That's fair.
so
But,
I'm confused,
okay.
Marlena.
Wait, no. We do control the access, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you say access, you mean us saying yes or no,
Hundred
right?
percent.
Okay. So if we say yes, you're saying that we are responsible.
No. You're both are responsible, but the
Okay, so
thing
once
is,
once the woman gives access, she's
mhm,
responsible to protect herself and he's responsible to protect himself, correct?
100%, 100%.
Okay. Okay, and within that time, if they get pregnant and she does not want to keep the baby because she protected herself, it just so happens she hit that 1%, then what?
Okay, no, I no. So now I propose a question to you. What if she doesn't want it and he wants it? How do you feel about that?
I feel she should do, it's her body. It's her life. It's not just her body, it's her
What?
life. It's not just her body, it is her life that she's
It's his child
protecting.
too. No,
Listen,
no. Man,
listen,
nobody
listen,
trying
wait,
to hear me.
hold on,
Because now,
hold on.
like,
She used all precautions. He used all precautions. So the agreement in that instance was to not have a baby, right? They both protected themselves. It just so happens the protection didn't work. At this point, it's her
well, guess
body.
what? We both got to be responsible, Marlena.
Okay. So Marlena, I have a question. So if they're both using protection, so they're both going into it, with the intention of not having a child. If they get pregnant and the man doesn't want the baby, but the woman does, why why does the man end up having to be responsible for this child? And if the woman doesn't, she can, depending on where she stays, she can get rid of the baby. She can do whatever it is that she wants to do. But if that man wants a baby, it's just whatever the lady wants.
Facts.
Well,
I just think
okay.
that's a kind of like because me and my husband talk about stuff like this all the time, and he asked me that one day, and I was completely stuck. Like, oh, I never thought about it like that.
How can I say? Okay, so ultimately, it's the woman's choice to have the child. And I'm going to say this, and I know it's hypocritical, but I'm going to say it. The man chose to lay down with the woman in knowing that he could get her pregnant, right? And I know the woman did too. I know that. But If ultimately the man did not want to have a baby, he should not have slept with her because he could have gotten her pregnant.
And she shouldn't have let him in.
Cause
She let him
yeah,
in.
It go both ways, Marlena. It don't
No,
go
it
one
cannot go
way.
both. In this situation, everything don't go both ways. Everything ain't equal. I
I'm
mean,
glad you noticed that.
there's a reasonable. This is a reasonable situation. He's not having the baby. He does not have to carry the baby. He is not putting his life on the line for the
Okay,
baby.
y'all listen, Marlena. Y'all got to talk to God about that. Bump that. That between y'all and God. Y'all should never ate the fruit and being disobedient.
Oh
You
my
understand
God.
what I'm saying?
Oh my.
but
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
like me
Amora,
personally,
hold on, real quick. Amora, listen, I understand, and I'm just really being funny. But the issue is this, right? We have no control. That's the way God made the process of having a child. Okay, that does not give a woman the right to take sole responsibility, and the man has no authority or no decision making when it comes to the child. Like y'all got to be fair. Where y'all get this
So
from?
you think it's so you think it's reasonable to tell a woman to have to not have an abortion?
I don't believe in
You
that
think
because
that is
I
no?
believe
I'm
that's
not
a
talking
life.
about belief. I'm not talking about belief. I'm not talking about pro pro life
Having
or
an
whatever.
abortion.
I'm
You should
talking
not have an
about
abortion, period. That's my belief because
okay.
that's
Well,
an
then we
actual
can't
life.
have this conversation. Well, then we can't have
Why
this
not?
conversation because you're already okay. So that's not you. There's no give. You're pro life, so that's not that's the issue.
and see, I believe that people gonna do whatever they want to do. People gonna do whatever they want to do. Me personally, I wouldn't have an abortion. That's just me.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either, but I understand situations that come up. Even when all precautions are met, ultimately it's gonna be up to the mother. She's the one that makes the biggest sacrifice, especially as a black woman. The sacrifice is on her. Now, if you can take her pain and carry the baby, that's another story. She can't do that. God didn't make it that way.
But Melina, but like, come on, like, sweetheart, that's not like that's a straw man argument. That's not like we have no control over that process,
No.
all of that. So that's null and void. That's not
You
even.
don't have control over that situation, that argument. You don't have any control because God
So
didn't
why
give
you
it to
want to
you.
compare that
God,
to the man because we don't have to go through that process. It is not our fault. You got to talk to God.
it's not your fault, but God didn't give
Okay, so
you that
why
control. That's not. It's
are you
it's out of
bringing?
your
So
control,
okay, so
right?
friend,
It's
listen to what
out
I'm
of your
saying.
control. It's God's control.
Why are you even bringing that up in the argument then?
This
The
is why
argument.
it's important to know who you laying down with,
There
because
you
at
go. That's what
the
it
end
boiled
of
That's
the
down to.
important. I
day,
agree. I
at
agree.
I
at
agree with
the
that as well.
because I
I
promise
agree.
at the end of the day, I don't care how much protection is involved. A baby can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. If you having sex, I don't care how much protection you use. I don't care if you use 20 condoms and a bread wrapper. You could get pregnant. Okay. There's nothing is
That is true.
100%.
That's fact.
It's very
That's fact.
true. Very true.
And
You
So
can
when
you
you
can
let me
go in to
address a
have sex, what is it?
and let
I'm
me
sorry.
address a comment real quick. Ladies, I do know there are some trash bomb men. I get it. It's a men. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I was dating this chick. I was
I'll
in
be right
love
back.
with her, right? I was in love with this woman. I ain't gonna lie, straight up. I never kissed her, never had intercourse with her, nothing. Right? She broke up. I was like 20. I might have been like 24. She broke up with me because she said she couldn't be absent. But at that time, I was real deep in church. You know what I mean? So I was real deep in church at the time. So I was abstinent. I was celibate. So she broke up with me because I didn't want her to do that. So then she ended up breaking up with me, got another boyfriend, and then that dude got her pregnant. And that dude ended up leaving her. Then she want to call my phone again. No, don't call my phone. No. Don't call me. No. Yeah.
But
You
if
wanted
you
that
would have
man.
got a girl pregnant, would you have wanted her to forgive you and stay with you?
Ah, come on, more. You tripping?
Well, men do it.
I mean,
Nah,
but
that's not.
where's the issue in that? Did she want to keep the baby, or what happened?
No, she had the baby. Don't call my phone after you done sit up here and left me. We ain't doing that. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Okay,
Amore.
okay. Let's just use this example. Let's just take this further. This your
But no,
friend.
but my
No,
point
no,
is,
wait,
I
no,
know
no.
there
Let's
are
just take
men
it
that
further.
leave women. That's all I'm saying.
No, no. Let's take this further. Let's just say she had this baby because the person she slept with said that he wanted to take care of that baby. So she had the baby, even though she didn't want the baby,
No, he
right?
left her.
And he could do that. He could do that, right?
Yeah, but that's the man she wanted. She wanted the
No, no,
man.
no. What I'm saying, we're going to put this in the situation that we just discussed.
Okay.
She got pregnant. They used all precautions. She got pregnant. She wanted to get an abortion. He said, "No, I want my baby." So she had the baby for him. He left
Okay.
her. Now what?
That's messed up.
That's what
Like
happens.
it's nothing. I like a situation like that. You stepped out on faith, believing that man's word. I think that when you when you making decisions like that, I believe that like if somebody just up and leave, there were signs and different things about their character that you overlooked, and there were red flags that you ignored because that man not just gonna up and make a decision like that. So a lot of time when you're
So
dealing with
you're
toxic
so
men like
you're
that,
saying if she okay, let's just say okay, let's go there. Let's just say she still got pregnant, right? And then he
yeah,
showed the red signs and he still wanted her to have the baby. And there were the red signs, but he still wants her to have the baby. If we go by what you're saying, that even though she doesn't really want to have the baby, he wants to
hmm
have the baby, even though she senses red flags. If we go by what you say, if it was law, she would have the baby,
And
right?
well
he
you
would
said
be the one
well.
raising it, wouldn't he? Wouldn't he be
No,
the one
no, he
raising it?
left her.
Now
No,
Marlena
no, he
said nah
left her.
he left.
He
But
left her, even
I get
though.
I get what she's saying, but my thing is that that's just a messed up situation. I'm just being honest with you.
Well,
That's a
and
mess.
it's
If
just
she
not just messed up. It's what happens. This happens
true,
all the time. Men want to run around getting these women pregnant. This is what they want. They are okay with these women having babies. If they didn't want the women having babies, they wouldn't have sex with them.
no,
Y'all
Marlena,
do
but
know
they
it's some deadbeat mamas out here too though.
Oh yeah,
cause
yeah, yeah. No, no,
cause I
no.
was
I'm
about to
not
say
saying that.
Marlena
I
like
know 100% there are, but
Marlena,
I
right?
am saying
Like do you don't
why
you know?
the. I'm just saying why the choice is ultimately the woman's. She
Hey
takes.
Amora, can you do me a favor?
Yes, what's up?
Can you look up the stat about how many black men who are childless compared to black women, if you don't mind? I
Hmm?
want you
Black
to
men that
put
are childless, like without child.
yeah, no kids. Watch this. Pull up the stats about black men and black women who 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 has less children. And I guarantee you the stat gonna say there are more men who have zero kids versus women. And then Marlena, when you hear this stat,
Women or
I
black women?
say it again.
We doing black or just men and women or just black?
No. Let's do black because I think the majority of people we communicate with is black. I could be wrong, but I just want to talk to our people because I think majority of people on your live and that we communicate and everybody on this platform is black. So I only want to prove. I only want you to pull that up to prove to Marlena that she actually thinks that men are out here getting a bunch of
I mean,
women pregnant, and it's
somebody mic is staticky real bad, real bad. I don't know
Let
if
me
it's a
make sure.
Bluetooth or if you got your phone laying on your computer, it'll do that.
I'm muted.
Is that
all
Okay.
right. So
I close it
It
yeah,
out?
might
But wait a minute. Now you asking a question that's biologically impossible. If a woman is pregnant, then a man got her pregnant, so he is part of it, right?
No. So this is what
He's
I'm. This
always
is
going to be
no.
involved. So I
Hold
don't
on,
really
I
Marlena. So
understand the question.
let me
I
explain what
think
I'm
the
talking
thing
about.
is like he's saying how women there's more women with children than men that make like a man can be a
Thank you. There
crappy
you go. That's
man.
it right there.
A man can be a crappy man and a woman will get pregnant by him multiple times.
Okay.
So that means there's one man, multiple children with the same woman, and then it could be a man over here that don't even have kids at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what was the what was the statistic
So
that he
hold
wanted
on.
her to look up?
So what I'm saying is this, right?
Okay, here it
Ignore.
goes. It says for women ages 15 to 49, 61% of Black women have had biological children, which implies 39% of Black women in that age range have not had biological. Okay, so 39% no kids. And for the same thing, men, 46 had father or child, which means 54. So 54 versus 39. So 39 Black women, percent of Black women are without children, and 54 are without
Right,
children
right.
for men. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. It is a slight difference, but not huge, like you was
But
trying to
that's just
say.
like me. Like
It's not. Go ahead.
I have one son. My husband has no biological children. You know what I mean?
So Amora, so this is what I'm saying, Amora, and Camille hit it right on the nail.
And that's just
What
probably
I'm
because
s-
men probably don't be claiming these damn kids out here. Like all men don't be claiming their kids. Though. No, seriously, when the
boy,
census come
Amora,
around
boy, Amora,
and they be like,
you
"Do you
gonna
have
take
kids?" They be like, "Hell no!" And they got 3 or 4 out there.
you
They just
go
don't know they
Amora,
got them.
boy, you hell, boy, you gonna take up for these women, boy. I swear.
So I'm just saying, like some men do not claim their children. Look at
Amora, that's not it. I'm sorry, that's not it. Camille hit it on the nail. There are more men getting multiple women pregnant, and these women are sleeping with the same men. There are more men without children, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. And I only say that because Marlena think that men are out here just getting women pregnant. No, they getting pregnant by the same men because there's more men without kids than women.
Okay, but what's your point? Like, I mean, if we go
ain't
back
no
to the
point.
original conversation,
Camille, can you explain that to her? So because
I mean, I mean, if we
I'm
go,
not getting through.
do you know? I mean,
I'm gonna let a woman explain it. I'm gonna let a woman explain it. Go ahead, Camille.
No, Lord.
I agree
No.
with Kate's tales and combos. She said, "I guess this is why they say you should wait until marriage until you have sex
Yes.
relationships because this could solve a lot of these problems."
Yes.
yep,
And I
and
agree with
you'll
that.
have more rights.
I honestly truly agree with that because to Dre's point, you when he was asking about the statistics of black women with kids versus black men without kids, was it without kids? Whatever the statistic was, you have a lot of women that have children, a lot. And then you have a lot of men that don't have children, which means that women are sleeping with the same man having multiple kids. You
Oh,
see what
so
I'm
you're
saying?
saying that men are more responsible than women because there are more women having kids.
No,
Not
that's not what we're
necessarily, not
saying. No, that's not
necessarily,
what we're saying,
not
Marlena. You
necessarily, but
reaching now.
that does go back to the bad vagina management though.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. Still, I don't think a
Listen, let
man
me
should
tell
be
y'all
able to.
something. Marlena, are you single?
Yes,
Can I ask you a question?
yes.
This hypothetical, okay?
Okay.
If me and you met, right, and we hooked up, whatever, right, and I can't, and I need an honest answer, Marlena. Do not lie to me, okay? Do not lie for this chat.
Leave that right there, Amora. I want to address that. Go ahead,
And I
y'all.
don't think
It,
Marlene will lie to the chat. She's not
okay, so
going to do
I want to see. So let's
it. Okay.
say we start dating, and I start coming over to your house. And let's say we're sleeping together. We never went there. We just sleeping together. And we're sleeping together without any clothes on for 2 weeks straight, and I don't touch you not one time. What you gonna think?
Okay, let's just
Gay.
say. Let's just say. Okay. Okay. First of all, I let you in my bed. How long have we been dating before you got that far?
It don't matter.
How'd you make
We
it in my
here now.
bed?
It don't matter, Marlena. We there now. We at that
No, no,
point.
no.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
matter. We at that point.
okay. What would I? Okay, I'm. You're saying you're not saying like a one night stand. You wasn't. You
No,
ain't
no, no,
tell. I
no,
didn't
no, no,
invite.
no, no.
You're saying
This is
we've been
yeah,
dating. You've been
yeah,
coming to my house, and
yeah,
then I allow you in my bed. We're
yeah,
naked and we sleep. What would I think
yeah.
about that?
No, I'm talking about I do that for 2 weeks straight.
Dude, I'm Marlene.
Hold on,
Too
Amar.
easy.
Hold on,
Go on, hold on,
Amora.
My
hold on.
Hold
bad.
on,
Give me a
My
hold
second.
bad.
on.
My
Give
bad.
me just
I
I'm on
want her
mute.
to
I'm
give
on
answer
me
this.
mute.
give me
I'm
just
okay.
1 second. Well, I don't think that I would let you. We wouldn't get past that second week.
Nah, nah, nah. No, don't mess up my scenario. Tell me. I
I'm
need an
not. I'm
answer.
telling you. I'm telling you. If I let you proceed to my bed, then there's a reason. Now, it doesn't have to be the initial reason, but I don't mind sleeping naked in the bed with my man. I
Again,
don't
if
mind it.
I
I
don't
just wait.
touch
Hold
you
on.
for 2 weeks, what are you gonna think? You're avoiding the context.
No, no. What I said, it wouldn't get past that second week. The conversation will have been had before that second week. Like, what are
So,
we doing?
exactly. So this is my. I don't. I said that to say this because the fruit. Look at the chat. I'm fruity. I'm gay. All of the above. Right. This is my point. If I was being abstinence and practicing discipline, y'all still don't respect it.
No, I
Ball
wouldn't say
game.
that. We would have it would be a
Ball.
conversation.
No,
No, no, it
whatever.
wouldn't be. It
Stop
would
playing.
not. It wouldn't be no assumptions. It wouldn't be anything like. It would
Marlena,
be a
you gonna
conversation.
call your homegirls, girl, he
No, I
slept in my
wouldn't.
bed, didn't even touch me. Man, Marlena, Amari, keep it real.
No, absolutely not.
I mean,
No.
I'm just gonna ask you, is it if I get into bed naked with you, it would okay, and we just boyfriend and girlfriend, and if I get into bed naked with you, even if we don't have sex, I expect you to rub, feel, touch.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Oh, I mean,
saying.
even if we don't go all the way, yeah, I do expect you to be rubbing on the booty. Yeah, I do. Fumbling, something, touching,
That's what I'm
humping.
saying. So, Amora, I only presented this because women don't. When it comes to discipline, y'all really don't respect that. Because I'm telling you, if I'm coming over there 2 weeks straight and I don't touch you, you're gonna be calling your friends. You're gonna be second guessing yourself, or you're gonna be thinking I'm gay. Hands down, that's a fact.
Okay, so if you coming over my house and you sleeping in my bed for 2 weeks, butthole naked, you playing games. So it'd be a red
No, I'm
flag for
not.
you to go.
I could be practicing abstinence.
Not on my bed. Not on my bed. You can practice
That's
abstinence in your bed.
temptation. You can practice
Camille, my
abstinence
case
all
is
day
closed.
long.
I proved my point.
Oh my God. Okay, so look, I want to go back to I don't know who
Y'all go
the
ahead real quick. I'll be right back. Y'all go ahead.
I don't know who put the comment there, but it was saying about how women are having more kids than men, right?
I
So
gotta
if
let
you
my dog see. I'll be right
Let me
back.
see if I can go get it back.
I can't remember what the comment was.
Hold on. Do you remember the person?
I don't know, but it was something about women having more kids than men. It was like bullshit. I can't remember who did that.
This one, men lie all the time about having kids.
No, no,
No.
no, no, not that one.
Say what it was one more time.
It was men, no,
Oh, right here.
women
How the
having.
fuck are women having children more than men?
Yeah, let
That
me
one?
see. Yes, that's it. Okay,
Okay.
so say you got three women and you got three men, right?
Okay.
You
I
take
put yours
one.
on mute right quick, Marlene, only because there's some type of static going on with your phone, but you good. I just took you off mute.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
you take three men and you take three women, right? Take one of those men and he impregnates all three of them women. That's three women with babies. One man with a baby, two men without. You see what I'm saying?
You said 3 men.
Take 3 men and 3 women. You,
Okay.
you have one man that sleeps with all 3 women and get them pregnant, right?
Okay.
Now you have 3 women with babies and one man with a baby, and you have 2 men left over that does not have children.
So you saying men are fucking more than women?
Pretty
No,
much.
you saying you saying one man
That's
is
pretty
fucking
much
more
it.
women. You saying
Yeah.
one man is fucking more women than
Then women are
women are fucking more men. Okay, yeah,
yes,
I got
yes,
it. Yeah, and that's probably true. Single men out there are probably most likely sleeping with multiple women.
yes.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But what's the point?
No, that's what he was saying. He was saying that women, the statistic he wanted Amora to look up about women having more biological children than men having biological children.
I mean, I don't even that statistic's not really relevant, right? To the right. I mean, I don't see where that's relevant, right? Or I mean,
I don't remember what we was talking about, but I do know it came up, and
yeah.
that was his point. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what
Right.
happened.
And
I think he was
that's
just
what I want
basically.
to know. I wanted to know the point. Like what I mean, yeah, okay, that's a statistic, but I don't what's the point? I mean, it doesn't seem to flow in the initial question.
I don't even remember what we was talking about, y'all. I honestly do not remember. I can't even
Okay.
tell y'all
I
what
think
we was
he
talking
just
about.
wanted to try to prove that women have. I think he just really just wanted to say women have more kids than men.
I think it was about the coochie mismanagement. But then that just goes to show too that men just be slanging it everywhere. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because if it's a woman coochie mismanagement, it's because the man is helping the mismanagement. Like he doesn't get a
You
he
can't
doesn't get
have
a
one without the other. Because at the end of the
right,
day, like
right.
babies
Exactly.
Yeah,
aren't created just with
by
one person.
themselves. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if the woman is having coochie mismanagement, there's a man out there that's mismanaging the coochie.
The only reason why I would say is like if a woman has multiple kids with a man that they complain about don't take care of their kids. That's bad coochie management there.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that too because yeah, she pretty crazy at that moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree because I mean, God, it's like goddamn, he don't even take care of that one, and now yeah, and
Hmm.
my nephew, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Agree.
But some women say because I want my kids to have the same father,
Yeah, but
even though
not at
he's a
that
piece of
expense.
shit.
Mm-mm. I stopped at
Well,
one. I stopped at one. And like I said, my baby daddy was a great boyfriend. You know how sometimes people will be like, well, you knew what you was getting into before you had a kid. That's not always true because he was a wonderful boyfriend. He was a wonderful guy to me. But once the baby came around, things changed a bit. I'm not saying like he's a horrible person or whatever, but he wasn't as good to our son as he was to me. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I stopped it there. I wasn't gonna go. I didn't want to risk it, and then no.
But there are women out there that say that they want their kids to be with the same
Yeah,
by the same father.
yeah,
Yeah.
They'll
Yep.
say that. "No, I just want my kids to have the same dad."
yeah.
And
I
they
don't-
and they
mm-mm.
know he's a piece of shit first baby daddy, and then they go and have another baby with him, and he's a piece of shit second baby daddy. I mean, look at Sierra. Sierra went back and had a baby by her second, no, excuse me, third baby daddy.
Oh yeah. See, that's a prime example of bad coochie management.
Now she's 100% bad coochie management.
Hold on,
Yeah.
you
She
say
had
who?
girl,
What you
yeah,
what you say?
this girl, no, honestly, this woman named Sierra has 5 baby daddies. She has 6 children, 5 baby daddies, and she don't get child support from neither one of them. But she has a third child and a sixth child by the
Yeah.
same ninja.
Oh, she double back.
Yeah, she double back.
to the
God
same
dang.
piece of shit, non-child support paying ass baby daddy.
And she knew
That's
he wasn't
wild.
no. And she knew he wasn't no good.
He was married the first child, and she divorced him, and his girl. Look at Trey, and it's the girlfriend, and he had a girlfriend on the second child. But she
Dang.
said she got a natural body, and she said men love women with natural bodies, and yeah, and good wounds.
Like,
Is that you too?
but see, and this what women gotta understand. And I know y'all hate this, but it's just a reality. If a man have a bunch of women, he look like a king. If a woman have a bunch of men, she look like a hoe.
That's the lock
That's
and
just
key theory.
that's just the facts.
That's
And I
not a
don't
fact. That's
understand
an opinion.
why.
But
That's a
you said
fact,
it's
Marlena. What?
That's not a fact. It is an opinion.
Marlena, you cannot be serious.
That's an opinion.
Marlena.
That's not a fact.
It's a double standard, is what that is.
There you
It's
go.
still a fact though, Camille.
It's
It's
not a
definite.
fact.
You know what? It's a like I told y'all what my uncle said about the lock and key theory. A man is a key and a woman is the lock. A lock that can open many, a key that can open many locks is a master key, and a lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock. I don't agree with that because I don't think. I think that's a horrible, horrible double standard. Because if a man sleep around, he a slut to me too.
Well, but
Absolutely.
more women are gonna want
hey.
that. More women are gonna want that man. That's a fact. Y'all can sit up here. Look at Nick Cannon. Look at Future. Look at all these men that's supposed to be trash with all these kids. Women will throw themselves at that man all day long. What are y'all talking about?
Wait,
They
now you
throwing
talking
themselves
about
at that
now
water.
there's money involved. You can't use
Exactly.
those that in an
Nah.
example.
So
But you
now,
know what though?
hold on,
Because if you think
hold on,
about it,
Camille, hold on. So now morality changed because it's a man with money. That's what we doing.
Yeah, that's what we doing.
but you know
It's
what?
different.
But if you think about that too, you got to think about how Summer Walker, and I was just talking about her today. She has money, and she was begging to be this man's. She was begging to be this man's side piece
That's more. It's money and fame.
because
You
that
got a
is.
price, basically, huh?
Not me. I'm just saying
No,
why
yes, you do. You admitted it.
your
A
examples
price.
are these are outliers. This is not none of your examples are real people. These are outliers.
People. What are you talking about?
These are outliers. Yes, these are outliers.
More context, please.
You're not gonna have a Nick Cannon having a bunch of babies. Like
What are you?
they're not a bunch of men running around having a bunch of babies. That's not
Yes,
right.
there's more Nick. There are more Nick Cannons out here. He's not the only Nick Cannon.
So okay, what's the statistic? Are you saying wait, are we talking about rich or are we talking about men?
Doesn't hold on.
It
Hold on. What
matters.
my point was this. Okay, my point for bringing up Future and those men was just that. What I'm saying is that women will sleep with the same men whether a man is broke or he got money, because we just proved that. Amora just said she know a girl named Sierra that had a baby by a bomb. Went back 3 to 3 and 6 just to prove
Sierra
my
is a
point.
different outlier.
How is
You are talking about talk to me about the common woman. Talk to me about
You do
what
have that though. You do have that. I have
I do
seen
know
it.
that. Maybe each one of us may see a Sierra in our life, but it's not the standard.
Because if you see it's what I think what he's saying is like if you see a man that can attract a lot of females, it's always a female on
they gonna want
on
him?
that's
Period.
looking at him. They want to
That's
know
my point.
what he got going on, and that's how that one man that goes back to the man
He
impregnating
can
the
be a
woman.
dog. He can be trash. He's still gonna get women.
It's
Period.
like curiosity killed the cat. It's like women
So
want to
then, if
know
you're giving this man who has so much control over women, he should be responsible for the women that he get pregnant. If the
Women
responsibility
don't.
is on him, I mean, he's doing it. He's
Okay,
sitting
I
there
agree with that
crossing
part.
his
But watch this.
T's.
I agree with that part, but watch this, Melina. The women do not care. The women want what they want.
Because it's sad to say that you can see a man that has a lot of kids by a lot of different women, and a woman will still get pregnant by him, and he ain't shit.
Facts. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody tell this and it messed me up. I never thought about this. You know a man you'll never see single? An abusive man.
Damn, that's wild.
Mm.
That's
You'll
really
never see an
wild.
abusive man that's single. And somebody pointed that out to me and it messed me up because I'm like, boy, you not lying.
Yeah, that's wild.
And when you say
Wait
abusive,
a
you know,
minute.
not
Don't we
just
got a
physically,
whole
any
organization
kind
of
of.
abusive
I'm
men?
talking about that physically hit on women. You'll never find one that's single.
Well,
I
I
think
don't
that's
know if
that
that's true.
single
narcissism,
or
all of that narcissism. I think they just changed their supply because usually when you have an abusive man, that comes with a lot of narcissistic traits, and they know how to keep a woman.
they know how to finesse.
Yeah.
They know how
They
to
got a
settle.
mouthpiece.
It may not be with what they want, but they know how to settle. I think they know how to settle. It may not be okay, well,
Whatever,
regardless,
Marlena, real quick,
where are we going with this?
whatever the
What's the ultimate
variables
motivation?
is, that's not my point. I'm just saying that if a man is known for hitting women,
Mhm.
why do women still date the Negro? They do. It's just like, think about what's the lady, matter of fact, Amora down there. The lady down there with Turkey Leg Hut, she done met some new guy. The
Yeah,
dude on video being violent, he's known for hitting women. You
yeah.
should have seen the comments how she taking up for this dude. I'm like, how you gonna still deal with this dude when he's known for being abusive? Am I lying, Amora?
But I don't know if it's. I don't know if that's the dude. I think that's the woman. The woman sometimes will run to what she's used to. She left an
Exactly.
abusive relationship. She was comfortable. She left, and now she goes back to the same damn comfortable ass what she considers comfortable, abusive, controlling,
She didn't ever
narcissistic.
heal from it.
She never healed. So it's not necessarily the dude, but I do agree with you. Abusive men do have a way. Okay, so let me tell you what I think, Trey. Have you ever heard of women like confident men, men that alpha type men? Most abusive men
Assertive men.
assertive. Most abusive men are assertive. Let me tell you,
Facts.
when you dating a man, and this is an unfortunate thing, right? But when you dating a man and y'all first start getting together, y'all within the first couple of months of the relationship, and then all of a sudden you be like, you want to do something, he say, "No, no, you ain't doing that. Hell no. I want you here with me. No, tell her no. Tell her you ain't going out tonight." We find that shit
Yeah.
attractive at first. We like, girl, my man said, "Hey, I can't go nowhere tonight. I'm sorry, girl. I'm gonna talk to you later." And we don't realize that he just setting us up for to be in a controlling ass relationship. But we think that shit is cute. We think it's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
We think it's attractive, and we think it's because they are so into us.
And women think that even when they see a pattern of bad behavior, they tend to think that they can change that man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's common though, right? Are you telling me that that's like a common thing
Way
for
more
women?
common than not.
There's
Way more common than
I
not.
think in the earlier ages, in your earlier women, I think older, I think, yeah, no, we ain't falling for things like that. But yeah, in your 20s and your 30s, you're not like, oh, I'm about to go meet a narcissistic, manipulative man. We're like, oh, he's single, I'm single, let's mingle. Let's get to know each other. So we're not going into it thinking this dude is about to mind fuck me. He's about to manipulate the dog shit out of me, gaslight me, or love bomb me. We ain't
Because
even thinking.
it never starts out that way. You see a whole different side of a person.
Right, right. So I just think that our mind is we're looking at how fine he is, how his chest jump when we walk past, and how our coochies jump. How we looking at things that's of the flesh. That's what we in it. We're totally in it in the flesh when we first get with this guy. How he making us feel hot and steamy, that type of shit. We ain't looking at this dude. Cause sometimes we be knowing that a guy lie. We be catching our men in these little lies and we be letting these little
Turn the
lies.
blind eye. You turn the blind eye. You seeing things through
Yep.
those rose-colored glasses.
I took
Hmm.
those off a long time ago, and that's probably why I'm single. I don't want none. I don't need none. Yeah,
We
I'm
be
a
like, okay, like, well, I don't want to bring her up, but we be asking the man, be like, we know he lie, and we be like, we literally be like, why you lie? Why you lie? Because we waiting for him to give us an excuse, and we really don't care what the excuse is. We gonna buy it.
I'm
Why?
not. Mm-mm. I'm
Well,
too
how old are
old.
Yeah,
you?
see, like me,
How
you
old are you,
can't
Marlon?
you can't lie to me. You lie to me one time, you done. I'm done. I don't play that. I don't like. I'm hard on the woman. Like you can't lie to me. You can't like anything I don't like. You can't do it because if you do it once, you'll do it again.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how I talk to my daughter about men. And that's probably why she's still single at 26. But with whoever she gets with, it's going to be a good relationship because she knows that it's okay to talk about things. She don't play games, and it's straightforward. So she just might be single for a while.
Hey, I agree. I agree with Susie. It's some old fools out here. That's a fact.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's not the famous Sierra. Bump the famous Sierra.
I think she's talking about Sierra.
Yeah, I don't like her changing that kid name. She trash for that. But go ahead.
Mm.
Oh my God, she didn't
Wait,
change his name. She just
hold on
added
now. Hold on. She hyphenated
exactly
it.
Yeah,
hyphenated.
that's trash. She shouldn't
But
have did that.
let me tell you what. Let me
She
tell you
shouldn't
what I
did
saw
that. That's
somebody
another
say.
man child. I don't care what you say.
But
He
guess
That's
said he
what?
another
didn't
Guess
man
care.
what?
child.
Try
You
telling
ain't
him
hear
that
from his
though.
child
Now
He
look,
said he
look.
didn't care.
Let
How you know more? How you know that?
because it's out. I mean, she
let
said
me
it.
No,
tell
no,
you,
no, no,
Trey. Let me
more.
tell
Y'all
you,
don't know
Trey.
that. Y'all
I'm
don't
I'm
know
a
that.
I'm gonna have to
Okay, but listen,
disagree with
yeah,
you on this one, Trey. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one
yeah, she
because,
No,
was
and
like
that's
out
I
on
fine.
him.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I
because
ain't got
like
a
I
problem with
said, I am a daddy's girl, and my daddy was my daddy since the time that I was 8 years old. You hear me?
that.
So my thing with that is, you saying that's another man's child. Try telling that man that. If that man ain't taking care of his responsibility, ain't doing what he's
Get
supposed
what?
to,
Get what? Get what? Get what? I'm rocking with it, but you still don't put another man's name on that man's child.
well,
Period.
if that's the man, because somebody
Period.
said to me
It
that's
don't.
taking away his legacy. He
It
wasn't thinking
don't
about that
matter.
legacy when
It
he wasn't
don't
taking care of
matter.
that
Cause see, you
child.
know what? You know
Wait,
one
does
thing.
he
You know one
care?
thing about life. You know one
Wait,
thing
does
about
he
life.
care? Does
You know
he
it.
care?
It don't matter. He still.
No, no,
If he
no.
a
Does he
Johnson,
care?
listen. If he a
That
Johnson, he
matters.
a Johnson. This is what I'm saying. If he a Johnson, he a Johnson. If he a Jackson, he a Jackson. Whatever is in that man DNA, I'm talking about future DNA. That's what's gonna be in that boy.
That baby is a
Y'all can,
Wilson.
y'all. No, he ain't. No, he
Yes,
not.
he
No, he not.
is.
You can sit up here and he can do all he want. And you know what? Amora know, Camille know, Molly know. That boy gonna grow up and somebody gonna say you act just like your daddy.
But
Not talking
DNA,
about
but guess what? Guess what though?
watch,
He
watch.
even if somebody say that, he's gonna act like the person that he's around. He's gonna pick up
He
those
might. You
characteristics.
don't know that because let me tell you something. Because the Bible
Uh,
say some sins go down to the third and fourth generations. A lot of us experiencing stuff, and we say, "I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing." What your daddy did? What your granddaddy did? Some of that stuff be passed down, but that's a whole other conversation. We ain't gonna go there.
Well, maybe they're trying to avoid him getting those sins. How about that?
That was a nice try, Maureen. That was a good one.
now he's just a Wilson, like his mama, his daddy that's raising him, his
Man, but man, listen,
siblings.
she just couldn't get the nigga that she wanted. That's what that was.
She got him.
No, she didn't want no Russell Wilson. Go
She
look at every
got
nigga
him.
shit. Go that
See, that's the thing.
Russell
That's the
Wilson was not her
thing.
type. Y'all
But
stop
that's the
playing.
thing. That's the
They had 50
thing.
Wilson
babies.
was not her type. She
That
settled for that
really be
nigga.
the thing though, because a
She
lot of
settled.
women go for
Camille,
the
hold on.
men that they
Camille,
want
I
and
know
not
you
the
for
man that
keeping
they
it.
need.
Camille, I know you for keeping it 100 since I've known you been on her for the second time. So you telling me that's who she wanted? Let's keep it
Yes.
That's
real.
what I said. That's what I said. A
Marlena is
lot of
not. I'm
women,
talking to Camille because
a
Camille
lot
gonna
of
keep it gang.
women, a lot of women,
Hold
including
on. Did you
myself,
answer my
including
question?
myself. I
Is
am. I
Russell
am.
Wilson the man that she wanted? Yes or
She
no?
didn't. She didn't want that. She needed
Damn.
that. She
Okay
needed
then.
that.
And
She
then I'm
didn't
gonna tell
know
y'all
that she
something else.
needed
Let me
that.
go here. And you know why? Another reason I get on Russell, because Russell married a white woman first. Let's not get it twisted.
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yes, it do.
That ain't got
Nah,
nothing to do with
I don't
nothing.
agree. It doesn't have nothing to do with nothing.
That's
Camille,
nothing to
y'all
do with nothing.
Him
tripping.
marrying, what are you saying? Him marrying a white woman meaning he didn't
No,
choose a black woman
he's
first?
saying
He want
that
no black woman. He
he's.
want a white woman. Yeah, you mean?
Oh, come on, Trey.
But
That's why he married her.
that's a part of
That's not
Okay,
dating,
so
true.
you
though.
must. I live in these type of areas, and I can see that happening.
That's a part of dating. That's a part of dating. You dating. I've dated white. I've dated Hispanic. I've dated black. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of dating. You figuring things out. It's not
I
necessarily
ain't never
that.
dated a white woman.
No,
I
I
like
will. Eh. But that's one of them things where that's a part of dating. Because I don't. When I date, I'm a vibes person. So if you got a good vibe, we can see what's to it.
man. Y'all us black men all the time for choosing a white woman, especially all the athletes. Y'all sit up
Well,
here ridicule them all
well,
day
he
long.
chose one,
You
but
can't say
you end up
y'all.
with one. It's who
The
you end
majority
up
of
with.
them Amora. So you telling me black women don't be tripping when they see a black successful man with a white woman?
They do.
Not
I
all
see
black
it.
women.
They do.
No.
Yes,
I
Not
mean,
the
all.
majority.
Not all, but a lot. I see
I
it a
think that
lot.
maybe back in the day, I don't think not so much
I
now.
see
Hell,
it a
it's
lot
the
now. I see
norm.
it a
It's
lot now.
still
With
like
You
Amora.
see
It's
black
still
you see
like
black
that.
women get mad at the black man for dating a white woman
I
now.
see it a lot with athletes. I see it a lot
Who
with
Amora?
successful
Now
black
I don't
men.
I
I
don't
see
I
it.
don't I mean that doesn't it doesn't bother me because my child, I know they're gonna drag them, but hey, my son
oh, I gotta get my charger. I'll be back.
my son said he tried it and he said he good on listen. My son said he tried black women and they put their hands on him and he said he don't want to be in no fighting relationship. So he chose to be with a white girl. I mean, hell, it is what it is. He said black women like to hit.
Nah, I ain't never had that problem.
And you
I,
know what,
I, I just I ain't never had that problem.
my son is he's usually into what is it, babe? Like Mexican or like white
Hispanic.
girls. And
Yeah.
my son told me because my son he's really reserved and he's I love my son's vibe. He kind of get like the nerdy vibe to him. And he told me that black girls don't like him. He was like, it's not that because I always had this thing with him, like, I don't care who you date as long as you happy. Just don't ever bad mouth black women because your mama black, your grandma black, your TT black, like we black. So he was just like, Ma, it's not that I don't like black girls don't like me. And I told him they don't like you yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he has this like he reminds me of my husband. Like he's kind of nerdy. He's kind of like into like anime and all kind of like different things. And black girls, the ones that he see are like the hood girls.
Yeah.
For both
Mhm.
my kids, well, shit. All of our kids except for one has dated multiple races.
Different races.
Different races, yeah. So they don't discriminate. My kids don't discriminate, but it's because where we lived. We lived.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Multiracial community.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. That
So
makes
they
sense.
never, yeah. We always moved, so they wasn't just around just one
Right. It was
particular,
a diverse group. And that's
yeah.
how I was. So I dated outside of blacks. And I learned with that, people are people. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, purple, or green. If you're a shitty person, you're just a shitty person.
Yeah,
If
I
you're a
agree.
good person, you're just a good person.
That's true.
We lost
If you
Marlena.
Yeah, I think she said she had to go plug up her charger, so I think she's coming back.
Oh, okay,
But
okay, okay,
um,
okay.
but there was another question that let me see. I tried to write it down.
Y'all been enjoying the live tonight? I'm just asking the people in the chat because I know they probably mad at me, but I still love y'all.
Oh yeah, they saying all over the place. They was literally about to chop your head off for a minute.
Hey, listen, you want a man come over here lie? You want a man come over here and keep it 100? Which one you want?
No, to keep it 100, and then your point of view. All right, the question was, should child support be forced if the mother blocks visitation? Now, hold on before you answer that. Should this be another live? Because I think that should be another live stream because we already in 2 hours, so I think that should be another live stream.
What is
Should
it?
the name of it? The question is, what was it again? Something about. Let me go back to it.
Should child support be forced?
If the mother declines visitation or deny. Okay, so should child support be forced if the mother blocks visitation?
So if the mother blocks visitation, should the man still be financially responsible?
Yeah, but should that just be another live? Should we just do a whole nother live on that
Yeah,
one?
that's another live because that one deep.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that women in the chat saying yes, and the woman's blocking the man from seeing the child. That is insane for a woman to sit up here and still want a man to be financially responsible, and she's blocking him.
She might be saying yes for another live. Trey, you about to jump down the girl's throat.
Oh, my bad. I was about to say, come on, that's diabolical.
I mean, I hope. I think she's saying, she's saying I'm back. Okay. I think she's saying yes for it needs to be another live. Isn't that what you're saying yes for?
My bad, chat. I was about to say, man, come on now. That's crazy.
Hell, the child support. So we're gonna do that on another live she said yes for another live. So for another live, our next live with Trey is gonna be. I want you to think about this with Trey before you come, right? Don't get
listen.
mad.
Listen.
He was about to go in.
Listen. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go off on that, boy. Listen. Don't worry about it. Next week, I'm gonna have some numbers ready for y'all, boy. Oh, y'all gonna have some numbers ready for y'all.
We can stay on the child support right now and do a whole series on it because I have way more questions than that. Like I have. Okay, so I have. Let me tell you some other questions that I have. So I just told you that one. Should child support be forced if the mother is denying visitation? Then another one, should child support, oh no, hold on. Hold on. Should child support, I already know what you're gonna say on this one. Lord Jesus, I don't even know if we need to have this conversation with Trey. The question is,
what you gonna say more?
All right, so the question is, and this is not for you to answer tonight, but this is another live. Should child support be replaced with court-monitored prepaid cards? So I just put you on mute for a second, Marlene, because you got static. It says, should child support be replaced with court-monitored prepaid cards? So the judges are literally watching what you are. Basically, it's saying,
So you won't be going to buy crab legs instead of school supplies.
And transparency and it meant should men be forced to pay, but transparency on where the money goes, basically. I already got some people down in the chat talking about some damn nonsense. I haven't agreed. I think it's nonsense. I think the static went away. Thank you, Marlena.
Okay.
Oh well, the static is still there, but at least the louder noise is not. I don't know what's up with your phone. You got a lot of static though.
Let me see.
But that'll be for another day. So that's two right there. We got should child support be forced? If the mother is blocking visitation, that's going to be one question. And the next one is, should child support be replaced with court-monitored prepaid cards? So
and Amora, let me say this real quick.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not vouching for men in this regard, but I'm just telling you what I've heard a lot of men say. Like a lot of men, if a woman is controlling the access to a child, where she's using the child as a puppet, then that's why a lot of men walk away too. Like when a woman is basically telling them what they can and can't do with their own child, and it's their child as well. A lot of men say, "Well, I'd rather not even deal with the child if I'm going to be controlled by the mother regarding a child that we made together." That's what I'm saying.
So I do think that this need to be another conversation because I hear what you're saying, but I think also men lie because they know that that will get people emotionally stirred up. And
So,
some
more
men,
real quick. So, hold on, more. You haven't seen that in real life?
no, I'm not saying, yeah, hell yeah, that happens in real life. But I also know in real life that men will come to the internet and lie and say that they're not being able to see their child when it's
Yeah, I
them
agree. Yeah, I
that
agree.
they
That
that
Very
are
true.
neglecting to see their
it
child, but they will lie.
it be that, or they can't get back with the mother. So I've seen. Listen. So we've
Yeah.
seen so many
Yeah.
different scenarios. What I'm saying, but I'm only sticking to the one I just presented because, like I say, I've seen men. Like I never understood a man that don't want to deal with the child because the mama don't want to give none, don't want to be with him. That's to me, that's insane to me.
I don't think that's common.
Now that is common,
I don't think so.
Marlena. It's a lot of men out here that don't deal with their child because the mother, the mama stop won't deal with them no more. It's a lot of men do that.
So they allow a woman to stop them from seeing their child when they can just go to court. Whose fault is that?
Well,
The
the,
men's.
the excuse those men say they don't want to be caught up in the system. So
And I ain't caring about none of that because at the end of the day, I feel like no matter what,
Exactly. If you
there
want to
should
see
be
your child,
nothing
you
that
can't.
keeps you away from your child.
I
System,
agree.
no,
Amen.
no,
Nah,
I
I
don't
agree with
care.
Amen.
that. That's a fact.
Amen.
Amen. No excuses on that one right there. If you want to see your child, I believe you're gonna do what you have to do to see your child.
Because if it was
You're
the
going
other way
to,
around, if the men had the kids and all that, as a mom, I'm not letting nothing keep me from my child.
right,
Nothing.
Yeah, I
right.
agree. I'm saying, wait, I'm not letting nothing keep me from our child. Like nothing. Like I'm telling you. And don't
Yeah.
play with me about mine. If you get in a relationship, tell that dude, understand he ain't got nothing to do with this baby. He can deal with you, but my child. Don't play with my child. He ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, keep the
Oh,
main thing the main thing.
you sounding like a whole.
You can say what you want. That's he me. That's mine.
Why do you think? Well, why do you? Okay, that's another subject for another day. Because come
Yeah,
on.
we can deal with that. We can add that to the next topic. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
yeah. Cause
eventually, somebody new in her life is going to handle, you know what I'm saying, be involved or you know what I mean, like have something. But as far as certain things, I do think that the mother should just handle or allow the dad. But certain things like, okay, let's just say y'all are partners and he needs to pick the child up from a basketball game.
nah,
What are you gonna do?
that's my
Call
job. I
you?
got that. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God. What if she moved to a whole nother state?
Come on, but you ain't moving to no other state. Not with mine. Well, you lost your mind.
Somebody is saying let me up. Who's saying let me up? Is that how
We
you
will
ask?
we will be in court. Hey, you talking about you ain't going to another state? Hell no, boy, you lost your mind.
Somebody is saying let me up. I think that's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
rude.
Somebody named Stinky 5963.
I just think they passionate about what they want to say on the topic. That's all.
Yeah, that's probably all it is, more.
What's
Okay.
up?
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Is
Doing
this the
well.
is this the
Yeah, that's the person that said let me up.
Yes.
Okay. What's up? You want to add to the conversation?
Yes. So, why would you say that? Like, why would you say you can move on with your kids? Like, why would you say that? That's really, this whole
Say what?
conversation's really dumb.
Say what now? What
This
now?
more?
whole,
Ain't this the same person that hopped on the last time? Did
I
she
don't
have
know.
to?
I'm trying to see. But what was your question again? You said why? You said what was dumb?
this whole conversation with you
Girl, bye. Gonna tell me the whole conversation is
No,
dumb.
like this the same person that hopped in the lab the last time, I
She
think.
gonna come up here and say our whole conversation is dumb. I mean, girl, we trying to,
You
we
know,
asking
you know, you
questions,
know,
Gonna say
trying
Amora.
some girl guy.
Hey, friend, listen. You know what's dumb? That you would
for her.
listen to a dumb conversation.
Exactly. She just came up here and said our whole conversation is dumb.
Nah,
Why would
I
I
think
take my time to listen to a dumb conversation? That mean you dumb. Hell.
no,
Yeah, like why?
I think this is the same person that hopped on the live before, Amora. I think she listens to your live, and I just, I think she might be a little delayed or something. I'm not sure.
I
Why
don't
are
know.
you
That's
saying
like,
not
our?
what it is.
Can you explain why you said our conversation is dumb?
because why would you talk about kids on a YouTube streets? This is not the right place to talk about it. This is
So why you listening then if it's not the
Be
right
quiet.
place? Shouldn't you
because
be
you
on
are
TikTok?
grooming this man. You're, and I know what you're doing. You're grooming this man. You're trolling him.
Hey man,
I'm
I'm
you're
Amora,
not.
hold
so
on, Amora, Amora, I
sorry.
got this. Amora, let me handle it, please. Man,
Okay.
let me
Gotcha.
tell you something.
I'm
I'm a
sorry.
grown man. I'm a very strong grown man. Amora couldn't groom, finesse, force, coerce, nothing about me. Can't nobody force me or manipulate me in no
Oh,
shape,
oh,
form,
oh,
or
oh,
fashion.
oh, 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 oh,
I am
oh,
a
oh, oh, oh.
Taurus. Okay.
Lady. Okay, I'm really trying to be and not mean to you or anything. I don't know if you a troll or what, you
Nah,
know.
she's slow. That's what it is.
Yes,
Amora,
I
she's
am.
slow.
You got to go. I'm sorry. Let me ban her right
No,
quick.
like dead. I think
She up
I
there
think
eating
she's
boogers and
I
shit.
think
Ain't
she's
nobody time for
Yeah,
this
I
she's
think
bullshit.
she's
definitely rude.
autistic,
Listen, and
y'all.
then when people,
I think she's autistic.
I think it's a little more
no,
than
ain't
that.
nobody digging up their nose. Like that lady know what the hell she doing, making sound. She know what the fuck she
No,
doing. Like
listen,
hell
listen.
no.
Right.
Fuck you mean?
Somebody in the comments said, tell her to go color. I can't.
I can't stand it.
Yo. Somebody named
No
Shantae said, tell her to go
world.
color. Boy,
I
that
don't
is
have
funny as hell.
no earthly idea what she digging up her nose and stuff or whatever. Like, girl, nobody was even
Nah,
trying to put you
hey,
on.
Amora, I was trying to be respectful because I knew she was slow. I could tell
No,
by her picture.
listen. I'm dead ass. My younger brother is high functioning autistic. He's autistic, and I get the vibe there. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, you do? Cause girl,
I think
child,
she's on the
like,
spectrum. I think she's on the spectrum, but she's
oh,
high
really?
functioning.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you can tell.
damn.
Listen, you can.
She
Let me tell
said
you how
I
you
was
know. You can
grooming
tell
you.
by how close her face was up to the camera.
I'm dead ass. That's how my little brother people be on FaceTime. Like I'm not.
Amora, she like this.
I can't stand y'all, but I'm serious. I because she's clearly she subscribed. She was subscribed because she hopped in your live before.
Oh my goodness, that was just crazy. She talking about you up here. Why you talking about children on YouTube? You're grooming this man. Like what, girl? Like what in the absolute, ooh, baby? I don't. Hey, listen. Look at Trey. Don't do that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. She said, "Oh my God, I was listening, but just done fell out the damn bushes." Listen. She said, "I believe she might be special needs, no shade or disrespect. She came up before."
Right,
Child.
I'm telling you, I think so too, and I'm saying that
But we ain't
because
gonna
like
play that. Trey, stop.
I'm
Trey,
telling
stop.
you, straight. Oh my God, but like seriously, I think she's on the spectrum.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just man, listen.
Yeah, yeah.
That girl say you grooming this
She
man.
said, "I'm
She
gonna
tripping.
step out before I go to hell." Look, oh my goodness, you got cake tails and combos. And she gonna step out before she go to hell. But no, I was just like, I mean, no offense or whatever, but baby, she said I was grooming you. We just asking questions and we just want a man's point of view. There's
Nah, fact.
nothing wrong with trying to understand why y'all feel the way y'all feel about certain things, right? And we definitely know that a lot of you men think alike when it comes down to this child support, baby. Y'all be running from the damn child support.
Amen.
I'm mother, you did not say no amen.
I did. I did.
Well,
So
yeah,
what?
boy.
Look here. I'm in a situation. My daughter is 26 years old. I was married, and when before we got married, we he would give me money, but I would have to ask for the money. So that became a problem. So I had to say that, well, I'm going to go downtown and we're just going to make it, formal so that I don't have to
Hmm.
ask for the money, right? That was a problem for me. Well, anyway, we ended up getting married and getting divorced. And after the divorce, it was pretty much set up through the courts anyway. So my daughter had child support and, of course, I had marital money and all that up until my daughter was, I think it pretty much stopped at the age of 21 or 22, something like that. And that was fine. And he never gave me any problems because it was through the court. Before, I would always have to ask for the money. And that was a problem for me. I mean, you know that I need the money. So just either have a check ready or we gonna go to the courts.
And see, that's what I think in terms of when I hear an active father versus a non-active father. If you have to ask, if you have to continue asking, that's not an active situation. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, go downtown, take care of your business, and get it set.
Hmm. Yeah, no, he was active. I mean, we was actually in a relationship. In my relationship, I will say is an outlier, and I pray no one else had any relationships like I had with mine. It's different. It was a whole different. He was a firefighter, and he ran into a burning building, so he was special. So my situation would be different, but it helped me to not have to ask for the money in that case. Did he hold it over my head? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But he still paid.
Nah, that's wild.
You know what? Also, I think would be a good question. So you all know Candy and Todd is getting a divorce, and they had a child via a surrogate,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, they did.
Which, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which make them both the parent, right? Um, so do you think that they should be? I mean, this could be for another day as well, but do you think that? Well, I don't even know if that's a good question. Well, what the question I was going to say? Do you think that they should be equally responsible? And then
It's still his
it's still
sperm, her
his, yeah.
egg.
So what about an adopted child? Because I have a friend that her and her husband adopted a child and they got a divorce.
Well, if
Mm.
they both
They said
agree,
they
if
got
they
the
both
adopted kid.
agree to that adoption, if they both signed off on that adoption, then it's both their responsibility.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did both start off on adoption.
I mean, you can't give it back.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I mean, you can. You
I
actually
mean,
can.
well, I mean, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't
You
morally, but you
shouldn't.
can. You can give away a Chucky child. You can give the Chucky child back. You have to just take it back and be like, I tried with this Chucky child, and this Chucky child is gonna, make me turn into Chucky. So I'm gonna give you back your Chucky child. So you go give your Chucky child to somebody.
Amor, you play too. It's really called a Chucky Child.
I mean, that's what's wrong. Maybe Chucky
I can't
Cheese.
swear I call bad kids to see the Chucky all the time.
There are some Chucky kids, like they come from foster care or whatever, and they straight up Chuckies. And so and they come and they make all they bad as fuck. And I do believe a parent gave back a Chucky child. Yeah, I think it made national news. Y'all didn't hear about that? She gave back, I think the child was like 10. She gave back a Chucky child. She's like,
I
hell no, you're
cannot.
gonna have this damn child back. No, it's serious. She
I
gave that Chucky
can't.
child back. They were scared to say. They said they had to lock the damn child door at night. They were scared to chat. They was waking up with
Yes.
the child.
Oh my God.
Yes,
You gotta
you
find
do
that.
remember that, don't you?
Yes, Lord.
Yes, the
Yes.
parents were scared as fuck to
Yes.
stop their child.
Wasn't that a
Y'all,
Netflix documentary? I think that might have been on Netflix. You're gonna have to find that.
Okay, hold on. Adopted mother. Hold on. Adopted.
Yes, because they was scared the child was gonna hurt them. They was putting the
Uh-huh.
lock on the baby on the outside of the baby door. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a chicken
Yeah, that's
child.
the yeah. They took her to Moscow or something. Is that the one where they took her to Moscow
That was
and left her in a
crazy.
Yeah,
Cause
they
it was a
left her.
real
They left
life.
her ass.
It was
yeah,
a real life
yeah.
orphan movie. Like y'all remember that movie, The
Yeah.
Orphan? Yeah, it was like
Dang,
that.
it was a little girl.
Well, and it also came out. She came out and she because she's all grown up now, has her own children. That it wasn't that extreme, is what she was saying. It, they coached her like they was trying to get rid of her. That's her side.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Then they sent the child to Russia. It said
Yeah,
adopted child sent back to Russia alone. They sent the damn child back to Russia.
yeah.
I think this was it. I'm gonna read up on it and I'm gonna tell you because I'm telling you this is a true ass story.
Yeah, I remember it. I
Because they
Yeah.
was trying
definitely
to find
remember
out if
that.
they was gonna charge the parents or not because they was like, I can't take care of this damn badass Chucky child. This child, I think the child was actually had everybody in the house on edge. The other kids, the mama, the daddy, they was scared as hell of
Yeah.
this
Amore, you
child.
got my husband over here talking about the Chucky child.
Yeah.
No, no, seriously, give back uh I'm gonna say a problem child, but it was a Chucky child for real. And I was like, damn, can you do that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that story. It says adoptive parents give away child with FASD. I don't think that one was it. FASD. I'm gonna find the story and I'm gonna let y'all know. But I'm telling you, it is some real parents out here was like, I picked a bad seed, child. She said you can give
Mhm.
back a foster child, but not an adopted child. Baby, this was an adopted child, honey. They didn't adopted this child,
Yeah,
honey.
you're
And
gonna have to find that story. I'm gonna look for it too, because
yeah,
it
they
was
paid money for that
crazy.
child and everything. They said, hell no, we got a bad litter. We got a bad damn litter, baby. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I couldn't adopt a child because like I need to know the bloodline, what they come from, all that. Yeah, that's the only reason I couldn't do it because I need to know what's in that gene pool.
Cause is this way? Okay, so I'm trying to think of this story. Is this where they had left the child in like in the apartment or something by herself, and
Yeah,
the
uh-huh.
baby was supposed to be older than what? It was a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess. I have to look it up, but baby, it was a whole lot of pieces to the puzzle. But the
Yeah, it
parents,
was crazy. They had her off in the apartment and they would drop her off food or money, like had her living on her own because
Man,
she
that's
was
crazy.
bad.
No, that's different. You're talking about that orphan girl where they got
oh no.
the one that looks
No,
older.
it was a real life
Yeah, yeah, no,
story.
no. Yeah, yeah, no, it's a real life, but you're talking about the little girl that looked older and they said she was older and they did the teeth examination. You're talking about that girl, the
Hey,
orphan.
it's
I don't think that's the same one
I gotta
Amora's talking
figure it
about.
out because I'm telling you, when I say I watch a lot of this crazy stuff, I be mixing it all up together. But
Yeah, that's not the same one Amora's talking about.
I know what she talking about though.
Yeah, I
Oh
do.
my
Yeah, I do
god, I
too.
gotta find it because it's gonna drive me
Yeah,
crazy
I
now.
gotta find it too. Yeah, because I mean, I think I might be mixing two together too, but I'm gonna find out what it is. Because now I'm looking at it and it's saying it's a boy, but I could have swore it was a girl. But I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the story and mention it. But yeah, because they said they was in fear of their life.
Mhm.
They was scaring everybody in the house. Everybody. So I'm looking at one that said this caused an international scandal and almost shut down U.S. Russia adoption. So this one right here saying a 7-year-old boy from Russia. She claimed he had violent behaviors, threatened her, and tried to harm her family. She put him on a plane back to Russia with a note saying she could not handle it. God damn, mama.
Dang.
But I
The,
but I
I don't
think
think she was from Russia. I don't think where they took her. I don't think that's where they
Nah,
got
she
her.
just said it was a little boy, Melanie. She said it was a boy.
Okay, yeah.
okay, was
The one with
it
the little girl, they took her overseas, but I don't think that's where they actually got her.
Yeah, he said one was with a little girl.
Hmm.
Yeah, here it go right here. It says the YouTube couple who gave back their adopted daughter from foster care. Okay, so it wasn't where is it? Adopted daughter from foster care. The case
Hmm.
went viral on TikTok and Facebook. A white adoptive couple adopted a black girl. No, that ain't it. It wasn't a black girl. No, that ain't it.
Amor, are you talking about the story from? It was like from the 80s. It's like an old. It was,
I
but
see
they
one that say 15 years ago.
No,
But
I
then
think it was because what I'm looking at is the case of the curious case of Natalia
no,
Grace.
not that one.
That's
That's
not
different.
it.
That's the one of the girl that they said was older,
Okay, because
and they
that's I
left.
remember that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that one.
Well, how y'all be knowing all these stories, man?
I mean, research, baby. What made me think about it, I was like, damn, you could just give back an adoptive child like that. And I think they actually proved their point to the courts. Like the child should have never been. You know what? It's coming back to me. The adoption agency lied to the parents and withheld some information. I think I want to say uh, because the one you talking about, the damn child was 22 years old and she was posing as a 6-year-old.
Man, you lying.
No, she had dwarfism and she was 22.
Oh,
She was posing as a 6-year-old. And it says she was dangerous and tried to harm their family. She made threats and displayed violent tendency. Hold on, let me see if this the damn child. Is this the one? Let me see.
yeah, that's crazy. She was a dwarf, acting like she was six. That's crazy.
Yeah, because that one reminded me of the movie The Orphan. That movie was crazy.
Now
Well,
how the
I
hell?
know which one. I know it's two different stories though. I know that. I just can't think. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure it out. That's really gonna drive me nuts.
Now wait a minute. Now this girl was 22? Ain't no damn way. How old was she? It says, yeah, this damn girl was. Oh, it came back and said the twist was years later, multiple medical expert and investigators said Natalia was actually a minor. Her DNA and growth plate analysis suggested that she was around 9 to 11 years old. So these people moved her into her own goddamn apartment and
Right, and they
started
ended up getting in trouble. I think because
moving
they
the
found
entire
out that she
family.
was young.
Yeah, they left her in Indiana to fend for herself at 9 and 11 years old. Yeah.
Right, I remember that. They would they would take her stuff. They would tell her to stay inside the apartment, but she would go out and play with the kids and everything. Like they thought she was older, but she ended up being a little girl for
Yeah.
real. And the parents, I
It ain't
think,
no
got in some
damn.
type of trouble.
Yeah, it ain't no damn way they thought this girl was no damn 22 years
She
old.
didn't pass. She didn't pass away, right?
No, she's still
No, no,
alive, but
no.
these parents
Mm-mm.
should
Oh,
see
okay,
the
okay, okay, okay.
break the story down because these parents should have went to damn goddamn jail. I cannot believe they left this girl. There ain't no way this girl was 22 years old. They should have went to jail.
She
They
was.
should have went to jail.
I think she was a trip though. I think it was something to
Yeah, she was
her.
violent. She used to threaten the shit out of them, but I'm just saying she
Yeah,
was
it was
pregnant
something.
at 9.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to revisit this because man, I remember it was a crazy situation. She
Oh
was a
God.
Chucky child.
She was a Chucky child, but she wasn't no Chucky adult. They left her in a whole apartment by herself and to fend for
Yes,
her.
and they would bring her food and everything. Had her living up in that house.
I think the one that you're talking about, Amora, is about Beth Thomas. She was a 6-year-old girl from the United States.
Let me put that in there.
But yeah, my brain is saying Natalia, something Grace. But I do remember it was another story.
Yeah, this one's from the 80s, and she had some crazy therapy done with a doctor.
I do remember this one. This one says she wanted to KI her parents while they were asleep, right?
Let
Right.
me see. Let me see.
Yeah, I think she said she wanted to bulge their eyes in and shit like that. I mean, she said it was such
Yeah.
hold on.
I think that the documentary is called Child of Rage.
Yeah, I think child of rage. Yeah, she scared the hell out of a lot of people.
Hmm.
Because I think that she oh yeah, hell yeah, I remember this motherfucker right
Let
here.
me see. Let me
Yeah.
see.
But she ended up turning out to be a damn good ass adult. She
Yeah.
did,
Where can
they
I
said,
watch it?
girl, do you want to watch it? Because baby, she told the people what she wanted to do to the brothers, the sisters, the
Oh my
baby.
gosh. Yes, I want to
Oh yeah,
watch it.
girl, I'm telling you, I don't know about you, Camille. You
Did
girl.
they mistreat her?
She had to go through extensive counseling, and she ended up turning out to be uh, a beautiful adult. But I do remember them saying that she, even as an adult, she has to stay in counseling. She actually ended up turning around and being a therapist. She
Yeah.
turned
She
around.
has her
She went
Dang,
own.
to
okay. She do look familiar.
she went through therapy, and she ended up turning around and becoming a therapist because she went through extensive therapy. They say she transformed through therapy, but when she was that age, she was talking about what she wanted to do to the little brother, put the pillow over his face,
What's
and
her name? What's her name?
Beth Thomas.
Beth Thomas. Okay.
You got to put Beth Thomas, a child of rage, because they said, did you want to unalive the little baby? She said, yes, I did. She wanted to take breaths and stuff.
Oh
Like
my
she wanted to,
gosh. I remember her face.
yeah. She was a Chucky. Yeah. She was killing birds. Yep, she was. I
Oh
think she,
my God.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I
She
can't remember where they left her, but they left her. I mean, she's from America, but they took her overseas and they left her. And
I
it
don't
come
know
to
if they
find
did this
out,
to her because I think
they
I'm gonna have
left
to
her.
look into.
They left her. They were supposed to come back and get her. They left her in another country, and she ended up getting some really good counseling in that facility that she was in. Now, the problem was the counselor outside, like the therapist that the parents got. That therapist was under investigation. Like it's some weird. It's called RAD or something like that. Some type of RAD therapy.
Yeah, but
That was.
she didn't give no F's.
Mm-mm. Nope.
She didn't give no F's.
Nope.
They have on recording like she was literally like saying what she wanted to do, and it was, I mean, she was so young, and she was 6 years old talking about how she wanted to handle some people
Mhm.
Oh my
That's what
with
I'm
a
saying.
straight ass face.
She had to learn that from somewhere. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Then they
did,
said
did,
that she was being mistreated or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, and I think I don't know if it was her mother or father, but where she came from, she was being abused basically.
Yeah, she was being abused. Yeah, she did go through some abuse.
that's what I'm
It
saying.
says
That's not normal.
No.
it says Beth Thomas first gained attention at the age of 6 in 1992 documentary Child of Rage. In the film, she tells her psychiatrist, not counselor, but psychiatrist, without remorse, that she wants to KI her younger brother Jonathan, and her adoptive parents in the middle of the night. Despite her troubled childhood, she later became a nurse and built a successful career. Oh, a nurse. Okay. I thought she would end up becoming a therapist, but she became a nurse and a successful. She speaks about it because she literally was deemed a Chucky child. I think worse than a Chucky. Yeah. But she was being abused. and then that all came out because she had extensive therapy. That's crazy, yo. But we're gonna resume. Thank y'all so much, panelists. Y'all were absolutely amazing again, And I want to keep these conversations going with us. And I think they're needed. Real Talk Mondays. If y'all want to pick up another day during the week, y'all just let me know. Reach out to me. But right now we're gonna stay with Mondays. And yeah, we're gonna keep the conversations going. I think they're good conversation. And if y'all have questions that y'all want to ask, just email me at talkaboutitwithAmora, and just put in in the subject, Real Talk Monday question or Real Talk Monday conversations. So Real Talk Mondays. She said you
Yeah,
can.
good stuff.
She always got her hands under her chin like an old lady. Oh yeah, she was.
Talking about that picture.
Yeah, she was like, she was so nonchalant. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I want to do that.
Oh my God, I gotta find it.
Oh, the documentary, girl. You gonna watch it?
Yes.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
telling you, it's
Y'all ladies,
crazy.
y'all like watching all that stuff with all that type of stuff. Every time you go to a woman house, it's a crime show on.
I swear, I live for crime TV.
Yeah, Jay doesn't like spirit. Like say for instance, if she was possessed with a spirit or whatever, he wouldn't like that. Like Jay
Oh no,
don't like.
I ain't into all of that. But like the
Yeah,
real life true crime stuff,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. So y'all, I hope y'all blessed my co-panelists with a little something, something, a little jingle jing, jingling. Yeah,
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Listen, y'all gonna hate me, but y'all gonna love me in the end. I promise.
I don't know if they're gonna tip you tonight, Trey. They probably
It be all right. It's gonna be all right.
no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
It's gonna be all right. Listen, hey,
I
that's
ain't
how.
got nothing
Hey,
but love.
tell them they can go listen to them platforms with them men that like to lie to them and tell what they want to hear, but they don't practice what they
On
preach.
some
You know what
hush,
I'm saying?
Trey.
Uh,
Them
Miss
well,
Derrick, them
Amora, thank you for
them Derrick
having me. It's
Jackson.
my first time coming up, so this was
Thank
fun.
you,
Yay, this
Marlene.
was fun. This was definitely
I know.
fun. Per
And I'm
And
usual.
Marlene, you are
Yeah,
welcome
Maureen,
again.
yeah, she
You
came
know,
up here with
just
that nonsense.
nah, nah, nah. I came up with the truth.
What truth did you
exactly.
tell?
I didn't
Let's
tell
get
no
let's get
lie.
hold on. No, no,
I ain't tell a lie.
let's give our closing argument.
She said
What
Trey was groomed tonight.
what truth who said that? Who said that? Who said it? Somebody comment.
Christina.
That's a good
I
one.
didn't tell no lie. But no, I really appreciate it. I'll be.
What truth did you tell your closing argument? I want to hear this, Marlene, because I didn't hear none. But go ahead.
I didn't tell no lie. Did I tell a lie?
Hell yeah, you did.
Where?
She
You
did
know
not
what?
tell.
I could say about these conversations though, the topics you be picking them more, I think they dope because you could look at it from either angle. So
Yeah,
I love these type of conversations because you get a point of view, a different point of view, and everybody can agree to disagree.
right, right,
And
right.
see, I know I'm walking in the lines then because there's more women than men. So I want all the smoke. I ain't tripping though.
Well, the guy that said he was gonna come on, and I guess he didn't, but he
But
did
nah,
say he was.
listen, nah, it was some women in the comments agreeing with me. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had some valid points. I ain't gonna hold you. He did.
yeah, cause see, Camille, she's not gonna be by. She gonna keep it 100. Amora and Melina, they was on
Marlena.
the fence. They was on
Look
the
Marlena.
at
fence,
Miss,
like, eh.
Miss
And then look,
True.
you know the thing about Amora, every time I put Amora in the corner, she gonna go right back and defend the women every time.
Now, you hate men. No, I don't. I do love my girls though, but I love men too though. I love men. Look what Miss
Listen,
True said to you. She
I'm
said
a
one of the
listen,
great,
I'm a
how many women
heterosexual I-
live.
listen, I'm a heterosexual man, so I love women. Hey, you talking about? But I'm gonna tell y'all the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah. No, we want to hear the truth
Well,
though.
that
But did
don't
you
mean we telling you the lie.
exactly? So it
No,
could
no,
be
no.
two
So
right and two wrong.
I,
Amen.
Amora, how is that?
It's more than one way to be right.
Two rights
That's what
and
I
two
tried to
wrongs,
tell a
though.
whole bunch of knuckleheads that we've been arguing with for 3 years. It's more than one way to be right.
What I'm saying, this is what
And
I'm
it's
saying.
more than
So
one way to be wrong.
you said two rights and two wrongs.
You can
That's
have two. You can have
somebody lying. They hate me.
No, because two things can be true at the same time.
Okay,
absolutely.
but watch this, watch this, watch this. Hold on, stay right there. Two things can be true at the same time, but I've never heard, she said two rights and two wrongs. So I've never heard two things being true and false at the same time. That's
I
that's
mean,
that's where y'all lost me at.
no, not both. No, you can have either two rights. You can have more than one way to be right, and then you can have more than one way to be wrong. Not at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
And
perspective.
what's right to you, it's all on perception. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
Facts. Facts.
okay, so let's
that
let's
doesn't mean it's
let's see.
wrong. It just means that you perceived it differently than I did. That's what I was literally trying to tell a bunch of idiots. I'm like, in my heart of heart, I believe that, you know, this, right? A.
Okay,
And they're
so
like, no, you a
I
liar because it wasn't A. Yeah, in my heart, it was A, and it's going to always be A because that's how I saw it. That's how I perceived it. That doesn't make me
so
a liar. That just means that my perception is different than yours. If
Yep.
you want to call it a liar, you can call it a liar. But I
so
perceived it different than you perceived it. That
I'm rocking,
doesn't
I'm
make
rocking,
the person a liar.
I'm rocking with that 100%. But now watch
Yeah.
this. So when it comes to this whole pregnancy deal, right?
Oh Lord.
So well, that's what the conversation was about. So we got to land somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So at the end of the day, since it's my body, my choice, in my opinion, women should make sure that a man has on a condom. They should make sure that if they don't want to get pregnant, because I got 1,000 contraceptives to prevent y'all versus how many men have, that y'all, since y'all give the access, y'all take the bulk of the responsibility. Can we all concede to that?
Well, I'll say this. Because we did agree that my body, my choice. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would leave the responsibility up to the woman then, and the reason being is because if we're saying that the man don't have no say in whether she keep the baby or not, then yeah, it's her responsibility to not get pregnant.
My
It's
husband,
her. Okay,
my
so it's
my
her responsibility. However, if the man don't want children, then it's ultimately on him to make sure she does that because maybe she don't care.
my husband's just I just want to say my husband, he agrees with you, Trey.
What's my brother name?
Curtis.
Curtis. That's what I'm talking about. See, the
Mm.
other
Damn,
person,
somebody put
listen,
your life behind.
I even got my sister Amora to come to concede to that point. And then Marlena, I don't know what planet she from. But she just gonna come on here with this
I'm
diabolical
just saying. It's
perception.
no.
He
It's
Curtis said
I.
if the woman can make the if the woman makes the decision regardless of what the man says, it's her
Yeah,
body, her choice,
Yeah.
then the
yeah,
responsibility is on her.
yeah.
Ultimately,
So
yes, I agree.
yeah.
I mean, I do
If,
agree with
if
that.
you look at it like that, if he doesn't have no say on whether she keep the baby or abort the baby, then yeah, and she needs to be responsible.
So
She does
Amora,
need to be responsible.
isn't that normally the conclusion? Like, isn't that the norm though? Let's be honest.
I actually thought they had something in place to where the man could actually contest or could
Hell
contest.
no. No, they do
I
not, Amora.
actually thought that they did. I mean, but I actually thought that they did.
He
That's
see
what
so
I'm
you
saying.
see because what you wanna
The only
Hell
control the
no.
man has is to protect
We heard you,
himself.
Curtis. Anyway, we heard
He
Curtis.
said,
We
hell
heard.
no.
because he definitely just said because even if a woman gets pregnant and the man doesn't want to have the kid, it's her body, her choice. Or if
You
he
gonna have it.
wants the kid and she doesn't, it's her body, her choice. So at the end of the day, the man has no say.
He has
Period.
no say, but he has control to protect himself. That's where he comes in. He
But
needs
see,
to control. He needs to protect himself.
Hold on. I'm gonna kill that real quick because
No, no,
I
you need
heard.
to
Hold on.
protect yourself.
Hold on. No, you and Amora said that a man can use protection and a woman still can get pregnant. Did we
this
not
is
concede to
true.
that?
This is true.
Yeah, because if she
I mean,
grinding in there,
yeah.
that condom is coming off.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yes.
hold on. So hold on. So
It's
watch this.
But that
So hold
does
on.
not
Hold on.
mean you
Hold on,
come to
Marina.
somebody.
Marina. No, 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 no.
You
Hold
got to
on.
be prepared. You, as a responsible man, you should be prepared, whether it works out or not.
Hold on. No, ma'am. Are you
Yes,
listening to
ma'am. Why is that
yourself?
a responsibility on the man if you control the final say so?
Mhm.
What happened?
He said, then why does the what you say, babe?
I said, why does all of that fall on the man when you control the final say?
Really, why does
I don't think it all falls on the man. I'm just saying it's like a man you thinking as a man, you protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? I would not rely on a woman to protect me since she's gonna ultimately have the control. You
so
work on
again,
So
y'all, again, at the end of the day, this is why it is important to know who you laying down with.
facts.
and the
But
man can
hold on. I
still,
want to add Marina.
Maureen,
How long you
hold
been
on, Trey,
divorced,
hold on.
Marina?
I've
Trey,
been
Trey.
divorced for jeez, damn, maybe
Too long.
10. Hold on, wait, hold on. What years?
Wait,
12 years. Oh, I've been divorced
She's like,
12
Okay.
years.
Okay. So 12 years. So you telling me you ain't never dealt with a man without a condom in 12 years?
I didn't say that,
Exactly. Point proven. Okay.
but I ain't having
Yeah,
no babies.
but okay, Trey, can a man still use protection as a backup precaution, and the woman still have
You said
no
out of your
birth
mouth
control?
that a man can use a condom and a woman can still get pregnant. That's what you said.
Okay, that's true. But what I'm saying is, if he just saying, I don't want to get, I don't, hell no. I know you saying you want a pill, you want a shot, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just gonna make sure because I mean, hey, we need double protection around
For
here.
sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Because if he just say, oh, you said you got a shot, or you said you got the thing in your arm, let me raw dog you, you know?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like let's say, because this will
Wait,
happen
so
to me
you're
before.
actually saying that when a woman gets pregnant, it's not the man's responsibility at all? Is that what you're saying?
Come on, why are you
N-
doing it? That's not what I said.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
not that it's not his responsibility, but if he say he doesn't want to have a child,
Uh huh.
then and the woman say, okay, I'm on birth control, and she gets on birth control or whatever, and he says he doesn't want to have a child. If she's going to be able to, at the end of the day, say, I'm going to keep the child or have an abortion, then she also should have some other type of precautionary measures in place. If
Well,
she's going to be able to make the final
y'all,
yeah,
y'all,
yeah, yeah.
y'all want to
No,
know
no. I
something?
think that she should protect herself, and she should be truthful to say she is protecting herself. However, if the man wants control, he needs to be protecting
So
himself.
look. I was watching this show. I was watching this show on Netflix. I think it was like Love is Blind or something. It was one of the guys on the show. He was in a long-term relationship and that led to a child. And when that relationship didn't work, he knew that he would be back in the dating field. So he went and got he got snipped because it's reversible.
okay.
And he didn't want to just be out here just like dating and then end up with another baby because
Okay.
regardless of protection, you can get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you can get
so he went and got
So
snipped.
he didn't want no mistakes, and he also wanted to feel the natural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I'm coming from a married woman, so I may be reaching, but I feel the protection shouldn't. I mean, as far as the man concerned, the condoms shouldn't just be to prevent a baby. All these damn diseases flying
Yes,
around here.
Lord.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Exactly.
why are
Yes.
people
Exactly.
raw
Marlena,
dogging?
Marlena, hold on. You
I
just said
agree.
you've been having unprotected sex. Girl,
No,
get out
no,
of here
no.
with
I
all that.
said one time. I said one time. That's
Okay,
it.
so let me ask you this.
Well,
Let me
I ain't
ask you
even
this.
had
Hold on.
too
Let
much
me ask you
sex
this.
for
All right, let me
real.
ask you
But
this.
yes,
That
when
one
I've
time,
been
hold on.
12 years,
That one time,
unfortunately, I had
hold on.
unprotected sex.
That
One
one
time.
time,
One
can I ask you a
She
question?
said she ain't
Okay.
having too much
Listen,
sex, so you're not gonna be able
that's
to twist
cool.
her
That's
up.
cool.
Stop
So all
playing.
right, so hold on. So listen. That one time, why you didn't make that man use a condom? Explain. I want to hear this.
I mean, we done done it. We done got, all the checked out the charts and all that stuff. And, it had been a while. So I figured I deserved it. And it ain't like, you know, I ain't having no more babies. I'm good.
Did you say that you deserved it,
She said she
girl?
deserved it, boy. I can't.
It had nothing to do with him. It was all me. Now, if he wanted to protect himself after all that, it was his
Body, my
responsibility.
choice. You didn't just say that.
She said she
Okay.
deserved it. Okay,
Mm.
stop playing. That was a treat, baby. You better stop. She said, it had
Yeah,
nothing to do with him. I deserve that one.
yeah,
This is
Did you
too
hear the
funny.
terminology you just used?
I did.
Nothing to
What's
do with
wrong with
him.
it?
Is what I like. Come on, women do that all the time, and
No,
then
no,
y'all
no.
want to put
I
the blame
said
on the
he
man.
could have, if he wanted to, after all that, protect himself. It
Man, let
was
me
his
tell you something. If that man would
responsibility
have put
to
a
protect
condom
himself.
on, you would have been mad. Get
I
out of
was
here.
covered. I'm covered.
You
I'm
would have been
covered.
mad.
Who? If what?
Women be talking about I'm allergic to latex. Man, get out of here.
It be the men that be sent, but you know,
Who
women are
is
very
that?
sensitive in
No,
those
they not.
areas.
I'm
You know
just
what I
telling you.
mean? But I don't want to raw dog with somebody I'm not in a seriously committed as relationship with.
Right, because you can't.
I'm not just out dating
Mm.
and raw dogging people.
Right.
Nah,
Yeah, no,
or getting
that
raw
I
dog.
wasn't,
You know
we
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
dating.
Man,
We
it
was
happens
We
every
gotta
day.
be
neutral,
we gotta be in a
sexual.
serious relationship, like
Yeah,
serious. We talking marriage. Other than
this
that,
was a
I'm
one
not
off.
comfortable with you like that. I'm gonna need to see you slip it on. Ain't nothing wrong
It's
with
too
that.
much. There's too much stuff outside.
It is.
Oh
Nah, it
yeah.
is too much stuff out here. I die as a bullet, so
I mean,
I'm out the
stuff
streets
got
now.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
I'm
got
out to
stuff
the
these
streets now,
days.
but when I was in them streets, Lord Jesus, pray for me.
Yeah, no, I ain't in the streets. See, I was just
I said I used
having
to
fun.
be.
Okay. I'm saying what I was doing. I ain't in the streets. I just get it where, you know, he was available. We were, we was Netflix and chilling every once in a while, and
How you
we
know he
had.
wasn't in the streets?
It don't matter. I mean, like I said, we checked our mind charts. That was pretty much it. There was no bumpies on the lips. There was no bumpies in the other places. We was clear. The
Man,
charts was
that
clear.
nigga logged in to somebody else's my chart. Chill out.
Well,
You gonna say something like
whatever it
that?
was
You
is
say
done
to
and
her,
gone
I'm
now.
just playing
And
a moron play.
I know.
and then when it was all said and done, we was clean. So we good.
Marlena, I'm just messing with you. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay.
She said,
I
I
I
believe
I,
he allergic.
I believe you was a saint. I believe that.
I ain't no saint.
No, okay.
You just want her to be. You just want her to be. I think I know what your angle is. You think
What?
that
I'm messing
women.
with Amora.
I know,
Amora,
but
no, hold on. Let me tell you something. You got to think
uh,
about this. I am a trainer. I've been a trainer for 10 plus years. Not only that, I
uh,
used to be in the street, baby. I can tell you some stories. I'm not proud of my past. I done slept with a bunch of married women. I done slept with boy. I done done it all. So
so
like
would you say? Are you narcissistic?
I wouldn't call myself narcissistic.
Because how you get the draws off a married woman? I'm just asking.
What you talking about? She wanted me. What you mean?
And she said, "I'm
I
married, but I want you to I want you to knock some
I done
dust
slept
off."
with a bunch of married women. What you mean? They wanted me. I don't go after them. They go after me.
Oh,
Oh
bless
my
your heart.
Jesus, mercy! I
What's
know.
wrong?
Bless.
Like what? What happened?
What
Help
you
him.
say? What you say, Trey?
I said the
Being with
married
a lot
women
of
came after me. I didn't go after them. I don't go after no married woman. Matter of fact, I don't go after no woman. They always
But
come to
did you
me.
know that she was married?
Yeah, I knew.
Oh Lord Jesus,
I
help him,
mean, but
Lord.
you said okay, right? I mean, you was like, sure.
Listen. I didn't go before God and say no vow. That was them. They got to keep their vows. I ain't got to keep no vow.
But you could have caught some stuff.
And you could have got sued.
I'm not worried about none of that. Play
For
too
two points, I mean, for
much.
1.7 million.
1.75
Exactly.
Boy,
million.
y'all play too much.
Exactly.
You got to be careful these days. But no, seriously though,
Now I'm out
do
the streets now, but I had my heyday. In my heyday, I was a fool. I ain't gonna lie.
but as a
That's my
man,
fact.
do y'all think about the diseases as much as women?
I always I didn't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always like I, I'm a well. Now, I ain't gonna say that because when I was clubbing, it be one night stands all day. But but yeah, I don't know. I just dodged the bullet. That's all I can say because I was playing Russian roulette for real, so I can't say.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Don't do
get
that no
tested.
more.
I get tested every year. Like I'm 44 now. I'm not. I don't club no more. None of that. But like when I was younger, when I was out there acting a fool, yeah, it was up and it was stuck. So I just thank God I made it out without nothing for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Don't ever do that again.
Cause you know when
Yeah.
you in the nightlife, you partying all the time. You going to the club, everybody getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? You know, you've been married for a long time, so you would know. So, but when you're in that club scene, you go home with a different woman almost every night, for real.
What did I tell y'all the other day? Didn't I tell y'all that's one of the reasons why I'm not a clubber? Because men go there to pick women up for sex. Didn't I say that? And that's why in my mind I'm like, I'm not going to the club because they
But Amora,
already.
but listen, but watch this, right? So we'll go to the club. The women be more aggressive than men because when they drunk, they be wanting it.
Well, I don't know about that, but that's one of the reasons why. I mean, I did go to the club. I did used to go to the club when I'm in my Navy days, right? When I was in the Navy, before I went to the Navy, and once I was
Ah,
in the
them
Navy.
military people are the worst back in the man. Come on, boy.
Yeah, yeah, you get hit on every night. Every night you go to the club, you're gonna get hit on by somebody. However, that was one of my determination. I was like, damn, people just go to the club just so they could pick somebody up and have sex.
That's
And
true.
I've
that's
never been
one.
a clubber. I've never ever been a clubber. I can count on one hand how many lounges and clubs I've been to. I just don't really like people like that. So like being around people.
Look,
Mhm.
that's what
Well, since COVID, I ain't gonna lie, baby. Since COVID, I mean, give me 50 feet.
And see, that's why like my ex-wife was like that. Like she didn't go out and drink none of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I mean? I was a nigga that was doing all the extra, but she wasn't like that.
Would you marry a club girl?
Hell no.
Oh my goodness. Y'all hear that, ladies? Y'all hear that?
Oh, listen, I'm a double standard nigga. I can do stuff that you can't do. Period. I'm gonna be honest with
Oh
you. I'm
my
not
God, I
even.
can't
I'm
believe you
not
just
gonna
said it.
sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Most
So,
men like. Hold on. Most of us like that.
and you think that's okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's my
Most of
prerogative.
who are like that?
Because I do notice that it's a lot of men that will go for a certain type of woman, but then when they ready to settle, it's the complete opposite.
100%.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about that too, because not tonight, but we're gonna talk about what type of women do men marry, because I always told it was like four different type of women. And one of them is the type that you marry, one of them is like the type that you just show off like eye candy,
Yep.
whatever. And then one is like just the type that you just kind of keep around as a friend, and one is like, I guess, a F buddy. But
Hmm.
but everybody ain't marriage material, and it'd be funny because it'd be the women like myself with the short hair, no makeup, and the ones that everybody
Hmm.
talk about, them the ones that the men would be like, yeah, I want to marry her.
Hmm.
Like I had got married because my ex-wife, like I say, it's a long story why we got divorced, but because we were together 10 years, but but I'm just telling you the reason I married her. The reason I married her is because her commitment to God. That's what attracted me to her was her commitment to God. I had never you hear about women say they love God and all that, but I could really see it in her life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
she presented and acted like a wife. See, a lot of women be like they certain things they won't do for a man until they get married. If you're not already presenting yourself and acting like a wife, I never marry you. Period.
And when you
Okay.
say acting like a wife, what do you mean? Like carrying yourself or like doing things for you?
Both.
Like the cooking and cleaning and that type of stuff?
100%.
See, like my husband say, like he can cook for himself. He can clean behind himself. He said he married me because I made him want to be better. He said I gave him something that he didn't know that he needed.
That's what's
Mm,
up.
okay.
And when
I
I say I am like such a homebody, I don't go out, I don't club. You know how people be like, girl, you ain't never gonna find no man sitting in his house. He literally came to my house. Like I didn't even have to be outside. Mhm.
That's what's up.
Wait a minute, 12K said my husband married me from the club to the church, baby. Woo!
Hey now.
It's different.
Mm.
It's different strokes for different folks for sure. You know what I mean? It's no one said. Because different people like different things. You know.
Because if you look at what's the guy name? Was it Derek Jackson? Look at the type of women he was like messing around with, and then look at the person that he married.
right.
Complete
And then look at it.
opposite.
And then look at the girl he left for his wife. I mean, he left his wife for it, and then I heard she ended up messing around cheating on him.
Right.
Yeah, but I
Right.
Yeah.
thought that was a rumor. It was that true?
I heard it was true.
Well, I'm gonna
I
say
heard it was.
I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a dude named Ugly Meech or something like that. He was talking about it, and the girl actually commented in the comments, and he said, "I want to interview you," and she said, "DM me." So evidently, it must be some truth to it because they would have. I actually screen recorded it, and I got they interaction.
Mm. So you think that they did? You think that she did? But you know, you know, Derek was a Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, and he started taking some protein shakes and shit, and he lost a whole lot of weight. But I believe that Derek was still a Pillsbury Doughboy inside, and lost his mind, and left his wife and the two kids and whatnot. But do you believe once a Pillsbury dough, always a Pillsbury dough?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well,
Because remember,
And
I told you
the
even with
crazy
me.
part, it's still millions of women still following him. That's the crazy part.
That's
yeah,
wild.
that is absolutely crazy. That is crazy that they still, but everybody
No, they
needs
still
supporters.
follow
But
him.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
go to
no,
his
no, no. That,
page and just look at his comments, them women be going crazy. I'd be like, y'all the dumbest ever.
yeah, they do. They
That's
do.
just like women.
I don't.
That's just like women that listen to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant and she gay. Man, come on, man, stop.
Well, I don't know who that is, but that's just like the congregation still listens to Bishop. I mean, I don't know if it's Pastor or Bishop John Gray. That man that cheated on his wife so many times.
Yeah, I know, but that's
In
what I'm
fact, he
saying. See,
said,
like me,
but
I
you know
don't
what? Let me
follow
tell you
people
that.
that don't practice what they preach. I don't do it. If you don't pray, if you don't pray what you preach, I don't follow you. Period. I can't do it.
And I'm gonna say allegedly because he actually said he never cheated. He said he only emotionally cheated. But the thing about it is, he said, now this what got me. I ain't gonna lie. That joker said it wasn't me. It was the 15-year-old John that was in me. Child, that's old Chucky child right there. That's a Chucky child. Somebody can blame their whole infidelity on a
Yeah,
15-year
that's
old
a
that lives with them.
yeah,
That's a Chucky
yeah,
child.
yeah. He being manipulative.
Exactly. I didn't like that at all. And then you know what his wife said? His wife, good night, Miss Glenn, big sis. His wife said, "Oh, you think I'm gonna let this man go after I done basically you know, basically turned him and helped him be the successful rich man that he is?" She was like, "You think I'm gonna let the devil come in and take him away from me?" She said that.
You
Well,
know
Like
that's
she
like what
looked at
that's practically what Beyonce said about Jay-Z. You ever heard that
oh
song
really?
Ring the Alarm? She say ring the alarm. I've been through this too long. I'll be damned if I see another chick on his arm.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
I ain't know that was the
But you know,
word.
they
So
got a
what,
right. You know, those women have a
wait a
right to
minute, what
stay. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce say? She said, "Ring the alarm." What?
Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on his arm.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna have to see
So,
that.
so, so y'all
The
saying,
video, the video is called. I mean, the song is called "Ring the Alarm." That's when it was like first rumored that he was out here.
so I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying all y'all because I don't know y'all story, but a lot of women take a man back even if he cheat. Though. Y'all do know that, right?
Yeah, I agree. That women when men cheat, that women are. Forgiving. I agree with that. I think so.
I'm
I've
gonna have to go
seen it.
listen to that song, Shy. She said, "I be damn if I see another chick on his arm." I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to listen to that
Especially
shit.
if the man got money. Well, shh.
I've seen
Women,
it.
let me say something. A lot of time, women they don't be mad that you cheated. It be mad. They be mad how they found out. You know what I'm saying?
And then that's what I mean
That's
when
been
you
my
think
experience.
about the women with the multiple kids with the raggedy baby daddy.
Anytime I've cheated and it came out, the woman was just mad about how she found out. They were like, if you would have just told me and been straight up, I wouldn't have been so mad. But since I got embarrassed about it, that's what they were more mad about the embarrassment than me cheating. I ain't lying, I'm serious.
You looking up that song tomorrow?
But I'm reading the lyrics and my mouth is wide open.
I knew she got too quiet.
Yeah, she did get too quiet. This.
These goddamn lyrics, baby. She said, "Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Won't you ring the alarm? I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arms. She gonna be rocking chinchilla coats if I let you go, getting the house off the coast. If I let you go,
Mm.
take everything I own. If I let you go,
I
can't
can't
let you
let you
go."
go. Damn if I let you go. Hey.
She said, "I can't let you go. Damn, if I let you go, she gonna rock them VVS stones. If I let you go, cooped in the back or the rose. If I let you go, she gonna profit everything I taught. If I let you go, I can't let you go. Damn, if I let you go." Lord, she said, "Hell, you with me. Fuck you, mean?" She said, "You ain't getting none of this shit." Damn,
Hmm.
Beyonce, I didn't know you was.
And
Oh,
that
she.
song is old.
It sure is, honey. She said, "I be damn if I let you go." Child, let me just hit a beat right quick.
I know what I know. I mean that song was fire. She performed that at one of them award shows too.
I just need to hear just the first verse. What you done said, girl.
I bet it was too long.
She meant that distance because she's screaming that song.
Yeah, she is. Feel like everything else, I'm gonna let you go. I can't let you go. Damn if I let
Oh, I
you.
hear a child. She mad at his motherfucker in this video too.
Yeah, yeah, she is.
Damn, Beyonce. Damn, that was 16 years ago. Beyonce was mad.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was cheating all back then.
Them back in the day, that's when everything first, the rumor first started, is when she made that song.
Damn, that thing got 70 million views. She said, "I'd be damn if I see another chick on your arm." God, ooh, Beyonce. Gee, calm down,
Cause
girl.
what she say, tell me how should I feel when I know what I know, and my female intuition telling me you a dog. The whole song is she was talking her
Yes, she
stuff.
sure did. She said, "I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. You got me effed up, child. We in this forever, child." She said, she gonna get the house on the coast." Hell no. Beyonce said, "I wish you might." Beyonce said, "I wish you might, child." She said, "Look at the video." I am, child. I'm looking at the video, and Beyonce was madder than a mofo,
And cause she
baby.
was in like a whole straight jacket or something in that video, ain't it?
No,
She was going crazy. You gotta watch. You
yeah,
gotta
she
watch
is going
that.
pretty crazy. She looked like she might be in his. What is she? Ooh, child. She was sitting, child. Was she singing? Oh, Beyonce looked mad. Ooh, yeah, Beyonce was mad. It looked like she in some type of. Oh, yeah, she did have like a little trench coat on. Ooh, child. Okay, Beyonce. Damn. Yeah, she looked like she was going cuckoo in this song. She was crying. She was mad. Ooh,
Yeah, cause
Beyonce.
I
Okay.
can't even remember all the lyrics, but she was saying something about the thought of you just touching her is what I hate most, and yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
Beyonce was mad at that mo. Somebody said she was in an asylum. Yeah, she was. She said they was ringing the alarm to get her subdued. I think that's what it was, cause baby. But anyway, child. But y'all, thank y'all so much. Because, honey, we're going to fall asleep. We've been on here for 3 hours, honey. We went from child support to Beyonce in a column ready to, do some things to Jay-Z. I'm gonna watch this video when I get off, though. She said,
Hey, that's why Solange went off in that elevator.
She said, hey, of course some shit gonna go down when $1 billion on the elevator. Y'all better stop. Beyonce didn't empower all of us out here, child. At one moment or another. Thank you so much. She said, great live. Everybody is saying this is a great live. We're gonna keep these lives coming every Monday. Okay, every Monday. When you gonna be back up monetized, Trey?
I don't know, but I'm rocking with y'all. We here.
Okay, all right. We here. We in here
But yeah, but
tonight.
I do be dropping videos on my channel, but I'm not admit it. I'm not admit it, but I still be dropping stuff.
I am so not consistent either.
Yeah, but once you get back
I be on my Facebook like every day though.
Me too.
That's where I make my money at my Facebook. So.
Yeah, I saw Lampo check today. I said, go on, Lampo. I ain't mad at you. She over there killing the game.
She be killing for real.
She is killing the game. She said, I'm consistent, baby. And you know what? And she killing it. And she ain't even caught up in no drama. Lampo do not come out here and argue with nobody. And she's still making almost 8 bands.
I love that.
He said, damn shit.
I gotta start. They told me I gotta start. I guess I gotta meet some qualifications. So I am finna start being more active on my YouTube though, so I can go on and meet those views, qualifications, so I can bounce back, so I can get back monetized. So
yeah, I need to go on Facebook too though. I need to do more. I need to do better on Facebook. I need to get my my subscriber count up. I only got like 5,000 subscribers. 14,000 on my channel, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we just gotta keep grinding. You
talking about on Facebook more?
Yes, on Facebook, child.
I'm gonna share your page to have my people follow your page too.
All right, that'll be great. I need to get him some content though, because I just be poking fun on Facebook. I need to actually start posting some content. Because I be using my Facebook page to troll and shit. That's probably why I ain't got no be making fun of people and shit. No, but I do need to get better. But thank you, ladies and gents, for coming up and blessing this live and with your words, your knowledge. Do appreciate you, your opinions. Do appreciate you so very much, Marley and Camille, always, and my guy Trey, my boy Trey, not my guy. He's not my guy. It's my bro.
For sure.
Trey.
Thank you for having me. I am out. Hopefully, I'll be able to come back up. This is my first time. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Marley. Appreciate you, baby.
This was fun. Until next time, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, bye-bye, y'all.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, Trey. I'll call you later. Well, I'm saying later. All right, you guys, another awesome live. Thank y'all so much for sticking it out. I know it's kind of late, but y'all stuck it out, majority of y'all. And I'm sure those that did not, wasn't able to stick it out because they fell asleep. Please catch the live tomorrow. But if you're listening to this tomorrow, just leave a comment and say catching the replay or something like that. So I do appreciate y'all. Thank you for pointing to this live stream. Chocolate Mess for 27 months. Dry Bob, Ms. Nels, Kim, Nelly, Nell, Dry Bob, Rita M, Octavia, Rita M, Candy Girl, Chocolate Mess again. Chocolate Mess was into this live, baby. You hear me? J. Lou, I am the big sis, Glenn, and Carmelita. Thank y'all so very much. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. And if you did not catch the entire live, please go back to the beginning. It's not a messy live. I actually think it's a very good live. So thank y'all so much and have a good night. Bye, y'all.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers don't be wanting to bless no damn body. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Talking about it. That family. That family.
got a moral.